certo se ne prendo ti prendo. Sciacquati la bocca coglione, dove mai ti sai a fare questo momento e ad aspettare.
Here we go.
You are gay. I want such a bad. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make six beats. Yeah. Something generic
Let's try. Just take a shit. Come on, everybody. Gotta take a shit. Come on, everybody. Just take a shit. Come on, everybody. Gotta take a shit. Fucking so fucking. Bing bong. Feel like so. Fucking so fucking. Bing bong. Feel like so.
All of a sudden, all these cars start passing me, right? I'm getting annoyed because I'm driving a...
butthole. Your face looks like a penis. Your face looks like a dildo. Your face looks like a penis. Your face looks like a butthole. Your face looks like a penis. Your face looks like a dildo. Your face looks like a penis.
All right, we are live. What is up, everybody? I'm gonna see if I can. Let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that one. Yeah. Yes, I know the volume is off. Alright, let's see. There we go. Much better. We're gonna go with Rouge the Bat theme this time. I like having Dr. Eggman up on there, but yeah.
Decide which stage to go to.
We're going to be doing a couple of things tonight. Most importantly, we're going to be doing a lot of A rank collecting. So, yeah. We've already completed all of Knuckles' levels, so we don't have to worry about him, but I'll be damned if I have to start doing Tails' levels first. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do Rouge's levels first. Starting with Route 280, because I hate myself. I think for the first while I'm gonna set the audio to listen at first, and what I'm gonna do is after a while I'm gonna turn off the game music, and I'm gonna go straight into media share. Let's see. There we go. I'm just gonna have a little dancing Mario. Just like that. And while we play that, we are going to have a couple of things active. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to get my chat open. PSVY 1996, welcome to the stream. I have to share something with you, okay? So I hope you hang out throughout the stream, because I don't have your Discord info, but I actually have your painting in progress. I'll show it after the stream because this is going to YouTube, so yeah. Anyway. Oh man. Apparently people unanimously think that Dr. Doofenshmirtz didn't deserve his own show. And I'm kind of floored about that. But I'm just looking at Sonic Adventure 2 battle hunting locations, and I finally found a reliable way of getting A ranks in these levels. So I'll be able to do the Rouge missions without the same issues. Here we go. At this point, I am opening up chat. Let's see. Perfect. So YouTube chat is open, and so is Picardo chat. I still have to do Route 280's A rank mission. That's gonna suck. Here we go. This is what I need right here. So I have Sonic Adventure 2 Battles 180 Emblems Guide. And the first thing I gotta do is Route 280. I missed the A rank by 2 seconds. Which means I'm gonna have a hell of a fun time trying to get it now.
I'm picking up a signal from the arrow. Fox boy, wait for me!
Alright, so I... This first mission is kind of annoying. Granted, the first one was pretty annoying too. Like, these missions right here are probably my least favorite. Are some of my least favorites actually do. And I think part of that is just because these missions are annoying. So, like, dodging the cars, dodging the walls, actually having to complete the level without touching any of the walls. That's going to be the worst one. Meanwhile, I'm having a hard time just trying to get this one. All I know is the level design's a little different from the Tales mission. Whether or not it's going to be harder, that's going to be up to debate. Because the only thing I can say is the only way to guarantee getting an A rank a lot easier on the missions where you have to dodge cars and walls is to let go of the A button when doing sharper turns. I feel like when you learn that, it becomes a little bit easier. And I just flipped through the floor. Yeah, I just clipped through the floor. Alright, that was nice. In every attempt, I get less rings at the start. And I just lost the A rank. Alright, let's open up the chat again. Alright, just got this guy's Discord info, which means I'm going to take a second to send what I need to send to him. Alright, good. Yeah, because, ugh, this fucking mission. Here we go. time actually caught a decent amount of rings. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and avoid the walls anyway. I feel like if I hit the walls too hard, I'm just gonna lose my A-ring.
Let's go!
Alright. Plus I'm gonna avoid those ramps for the most part.
Oh no! I must be getting closer.
Oh my god, I just barely chipped that. If I hit the wall at any other angle, I would have lost. Oh god, that turns into hell. I may have to let go of the A button for the whole turn. And now my cat wants to come in. Alright. The timing is really awkward tonight. Here we go. Give me just 1 second and I'm going to let my cat into the room. Because he does not like to be left alone. Alright. Come on in, Pippin. Really, Bucky? Really, Bunny? No, no. Back up. Back up, babies. Good boys. Come on, Pippin. Nope. 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 You're gonna sit with me. Nope. 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 You came to see me. Come on. You're gonna get comfy. You're gonna get comfy with me, okay? Good boy. Good boy. Oh, Pippin. Pippin. Oh, Pippin. I'm streaming, boy. I'm streaming. As you can see, my cat's happy to see me. Yes. At least now I have anger management. Because getting all the A ranks in this game is going to be actual hell. It's going to be actual hell to do it, so yeah. That time I caught every ring. You have to be careful, buddy, okay? Because I need to be very precise in my controls. And you are anything but precise. lost. Yep, I lost the A rank. Pippin! Oh my god. Buddy. Alright. Buddy, I can't even pick up my controller because you are just in the way, buddy. Alright, buddy. Yeah. This cat is so happy to see me. He's so happy. I've never seen such a happy boy. I almost have to put him down just so that I can get my controller back. Pippin. I'm about to set you on my bed, buddy, okay? About to set you on my bed. Alright, because I need to get back to my game, okay? I need to get back to my game. Are you alright with that? Alright, come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Ready for me to put you on your bed? Come on. I don't know if you can hear him, but he is purring like no one else. Like, I almost want to take the whole mic and just put it right up to his face just so you can hear him. Because he is in a cuddling mood. It's like he knew that I turned my camera on. And now he's just kind of posing for the camera. Pippin. Pippin. Alright, come on. Here you go, buddy. No, no, you're not climbing. You are not climbing, buddy. I need to put you on my bed, okay? I know you want to cuddle. Now is not the time to do that, okay? I just need to... No, Pippin. Pippin. Oh my god. See how big this boy is? He's really hard to pick up. I can't just put him down. I have to be very gentle with him. Like, this boy is so priceless. I don't want to shatter him. Pippin. Yes, I love you too, buddy. I just need to pick up my controller, and you're not letting me. Pippin. Really, Pippin? I'm just shaking my head. Alright. Pippin, I have to pick up my controller, buddy. I need to pick up my controller. Pippin. Oh my god, this cat has me on a chokehold. Pippin, are you ready to get to the bed? Come on. Come on. You sit down with me. Alright, come on. Alright. There you go. Just 1 second. There we go. Alright. Now that Pippin has messed my hair up and given me a lot of love, I am now ready to try this again. And possibly again, and again, and again, and again. Try and collect as many rings as I can so that I can take advantage of a couple of speed boosts. But this level is going to be torture. The only upside is I don't need Mystical Melody in order to get the A rank here. Oh god, the color shit might be torture. If any cars are badly placed, I may not even have a chance. Really lucky. Oh god, that could happen. If I'm in the car mission and that happens to me, I might not even be able to recover. So it may just be a matter of RNG whether or not a car just bumps into you when you're the one who's not supposed to be bumping into them. I'm not even on that mission yet, and the idea is already in line. Oh god. I don't even feel like I'm doing this right. if I'm not anticipating a gap, I'm gonna just go right through it. And I just lost. Just lost the A rank.
Decide which stage to go to.
Ugh. It's like, I don't know. I don't think I can make any higher than the grade I see right here. This is my grade on this mission, and that's what it forever will be.
I'm picking up a signal from the earth. Fox boy, wait for me!
Perfect shot. I want to get at least one good boost before doing that red thing. I want to get one solid boost. I need to have like perfect road things. So we get all of them. And yep, I'm not going to be able to boost. Great, thanks game. I may just turn on videos a lot sooner than I thought. Because if I'm going to be stuck on one mission for a while, I'd rather just be watching videos while doing this. And that's not an offense to the game soundtrack. Like, I love Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack, but if I'm having to listen to the same songs for hours on end because I can't for the life of me get an A rank, because I keep fucking it up, I'm just not going to be able to... I'm just not going to be able to stomach the soundtrack for just hours on end, like, just extended loops. Just, no thanks. If I was a speedrunner for this game, I'd probably handle it better, but, you know, I'm not much of a speedrunner. Yeah. Like, I don't have my speedrunning game, and this sure as shit ain't it.
You swindled me.
There we go. I fucking love this bit.
You swindled me.
Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off game audio. Here we go. Give me just 1 second, and I will be right with you. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull up a video. Now, I watched this guy on my last stream, and I love his content. I actually really like his content, so... let's take a deep dive in his video on Mark Webb Spider-Man.
Can I say one thing? I think this might be the most incredible day of my life, and I've always wanted to be at Comic-Con in Hall H as Spider-Man, so thanks for having me.
After Spider-Man 3, we talked to Sony about doing a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey.
I was originally hired to write Spider-Man 4, and was really sort of excited to come in and do that because I wanted to. No one had sort of finished out a superhero franchise before, sort of on purpose.
Sam and Toby and us were starting to question the validity of the next one.
I think, that ultimately there was a feeling that it was time to reinvent. People say, oh, why would you do it again? But the comic book reinvented itself many, many times. There are many iterations of Peter Parker.
The shoes that had to be filled were enormous. So with that said, we did what we do at studios, and we thought about who our favorite filmmakers were.
I never thought I would do a comic book movie, but I think when I was older, it actually became to me. You start to understand there's some really
Alright, now I gotta go find my remote, because I gotta turn down my TV as well.
I started to appreciate the sophistication of the Spider-Man story in particular.
I didn't think I had a hope in hell of being cast, like genuinely. So when I first heard about it, I kind of thought, well, I hope they do a good job. That was my only real thought. Because I love the first 3 films. I had trepidation about the idea of me stepping into the responsibility of it, and I didn't want to ruin the fantasy of it, and I didn't want to take him down from the pedestal that I had put him on.
Also,
talking about
in a little bit I may talk about these, because these came in the mail for me today. It's headphones with a B on them.
That's hard.
The Beat Studio Buds, they came out, I don't know how long ago, but I got them for $150, and they're actually not too bad.
Didn't you already make a video?
Like, if you don't want the Apple AirPods and, you still want headphones, I mean,
yes, I did.
It kind of matches my shirt.
Plus, that first video
matches my
was
shirt.
mainly about this very underrated
kind of looks like candy. Looks like a pest dispenser. I kind of like that.
A Raimi-style deep dive, which the Amazing Spider-Man franchise for sure deserves. These movies not only have extensive, insane, and whack behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and deleted scenes, but they also are these weird
finally
middle
back
children.
in action.
They had an extraordinarily tough act to follow. They lost, and then they gave up and let the young kid play ball with the mouse. But that doesn't mean they should be entirely disregarded, shunned, hated, loathed, spat on, thrown down the clock tower with Gwen, broken like her spine, and tossed out along with Andrew Garfield's employment at Sony. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and even The Amazing Spider-Man 2 have some very special, unique, and genuinely thoughtful and heartfelt things going for them that don't get discussed nearly enough. So let's begin.
Ready or not, here I come.
That's a pretty meta line, right? That pretty aptly sums up the challenges Sony had when making this movie. Spider-Man 3 came out in 2007 and was the highest grossing Spider-Man flick and one of the highest grossing movies of all time. 5 years later, bang, it's 2012. The freaking Avengers just came out on May 4th and changed the superhero movie landscape. The Dark Knight Rises, the sequel to The Dark Knight, comes out July 20th, and this Spider-Man movie that nobody really wanted and nobody saw coming this soon comes out July 3rd. I can't imagine the stress Mark Webb was under, so I love doing this. Let's pretend you're Mark Webb.
After directing music videos for a while, you make your first feature film, 500 Days of Summer, a small-scale, small-budget film about falling in love and the idealization that goes hand in hand with that love. It's smart, it's full of heart, but the key thing here is that it's vulnerable, human, real, honest. It connects with young, angsty, quirky fucks like myself and my buddy, the Lone Chemist. Check out our video on it coming soon, it's on his channel. And instantly became a classic romantic comedy that subverts the expectation that comes along with being a classic romantic comedy. It cost $7.5 million to make and made $60.7 million. Damn, that's great news. Now you can do your second film, maybe another personal and human indie drama. Enter Sony. They come to you and you're like, what? They say they want you to reboot Spider-Man 5 years after the first mega successful, mega iconic franchise ended. You're like, why? They say they loved your first movie. It was vulnerable, human, real, honest, and appealed to young people. They claim they want this new Spider-Man to be vulnerable, human, real, honest, and appeal to young people. Oh, and be kinda gritty like The Dark Knight. Audiences love that shit. You say yes. You receive a budget of $230 million US. That is $223 million US more than your last film's, your first film's budget. That's
insane. Think about making that jump. Think about how much of a shit show that could have been. But lucky for us, Mark Webb is an extremely talented director who had the balls to take on this massive undertaking. Critics didn't adore Spider-Man 3, but the world shilled for Spider-Man 1 and 2. To a lot of people, Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man. So, what do you do? Well, on the surface level, you do the opposite of Raimi. By now, it's a meme how much I adore the original trilogy. To me, the Sam Raimi films are almost perfect adaptations of those early Lee Ditko, Lee Romita comics. They are passion-filled, ridiculous but sincere, over-the-top superhero dramas with a lot of heart, a lot of super stylized action, and a tangible love of this iconic character. Nobody could do what Raimi did better than he did it. So The Amazing Spider-Man tries to set itself apart from those movies in every way it can. In tone, this first movie isn't campy. It avoids camp. For better or worse, it tries to be realistic. This was a trend started by Nolan's grounded take on Batman. How realistic can you get when you have a giant?
Let me know if you need that
lizard in a lab
100%
coat?
safe
Not
dump.
very. Now the idea of
Yeah, I will let you
grounding
know,
fictional characters
'cause,
that can fly is absurd. But The Amazing Spider-Man tries and mostly succeeds at being
This is going to be
emotionally
absolute
realistic,
hell.
emotionally believable. Why is this guy Spider-Man? Why is this guy going to become the Lizard? What deep-rooted issues and trauma cause these characters to end up where they do? Let's put these fantastical characters in a real world and play it completely straight. Unlike the Raimi films, the lighting isn't that dramatic. There's no extreme montages, no pizza time, no zany camera moves or personal visual flares. And that's not me saying The Amazing Spider-Man isn't well shot, because it is. Minus the desaturated dim look that I so very, very much dislike, the framing and composition is on point, but it's not nearly as visually or personally stylized as the previous take on the webhead. But I think that's kinda the point. Look at 500 Days of Summer, or even the sequel to this movie. Both are filled with style, loaded with color, and overflowing with pop. If Webb wanted to bring that to his first Spider-Man flick, he could have. And frankly, I wish he would have. But what Webb wanted to do was take these icons and put them in our world, not the world of the comics, cartoons, or any kind of heightened reality. He wants us to believe that George Stacy could
Very
be
few
our
sane
police
him
captain.
humans,
He wants us to
180
believe that
emblem this.
Oscorp could be the tallest building in our city.
I've
And he
never
wants us to
exactly called
believe,
myself
really
a sane
believe
human
that this
being.
awkward, punky kid with attitude could live
I
down
could
the
say I'm
block from us.
sound-minded,
A
but
kid named
yeah, I have a lot of ambition
Let me
and
read you
crazy
this line
ideas
spoken by Peter Parker
that
on
make me
page
sound
8
insane.
of Amazing Fantasy 15. They're the only ones who've ever been kind to me. I'll see to it that they're always happy, but the rest of the world can go hang for all I care. A lot of people don't like this douchebag skateboarder take on Peter Parker, and I would, surprisingly, disagree. Minus the skateboarding, I think he's the best modern adaptation of a teenager we've gotten. He's in no way my favorite live-action take on the character, but he is, in my opinion of course, the most realistic. Toby was never supposed to be a modern teenager. He was supposed to be an awkward young man with a good heart. Tom is forced to play a 12-year-old, 16-year-old with a good heart.
I'm really strong and I'm sticky.
But this Peter right here, he nails that chip on his shoulder vibe that Ditko-era Peter originally had. He nails that isolated, probably self-isolated, mysterious kid who sits in the back of the classroom listening to indie rock vibe. The kid that nobody really cares to turn around and look at vibe. He nails that kind of assholey wise guy thing that most teenagers have. I don't know about you, but I was a fucking asshat when I was 17. Teenagers are pricks. They are neurotic, indecisive, horny, and every emotion they feel, good or bad, feels like the end of the world.
When you're a teenager, every emotion is just downright apocalyptic. The Spider-Man universe is just a great way to explore those apocalyptic emotions in an interesting and fun way.
And I get that with this Peter Parker, Mark Webb's Peter Parker.
I view Peter Parker as not as necessarily as a nerd per se, because I think nerd in the current world means a different thing, but the perennial type is the outsider. And that, I think, is what made it appealing to me. And we give this kid an edge that any kid who loses his parents at that young of an age, there's an enormous emotional consequence that will color his life from that point forth.
Now, I'm not a fan of the super secret spy parents. I hated it in the comics, and it just doesn't work for me here. It takes away from the everyman element that has made the character so successful. But if we were going to explore that, I think making their mysterious death leave some lasting trauma on Peter is the best way to do it. Making everything an extension of that trauma, that void, that missing piece is a brilliant way to retell the origin we have seen countless times. We've seen Peter get bit by the spider, but what if he got bit by the spider searching for answers, searching for a way to fill that fatherless void? And what if by doing that, he indirectly causes the death of the father figure that was right in front of him all along? The question the Amazing Spider-Man asks is whether or not this outsider can grow past that trauma, past that missing piece of himself. Can he grow past it and save the city from someone who couldn't grow past it?
Like, I hate having to be silent on my
streams. Or will he
streams,
continue to search for
but
it? And
this mission is forcing me to focus.
Those who love him.
It's forcing me to focus like I have never focused so hard in my life.
Peter Parker can let go of ego, selfishness, resentment, and learn to be an empathetic Spider-Man. Can this kid grow up? And we can't talk about this kid or this movie without talking about Andrew Garfield.
I thought he embodied the spirit
There we
of an
go.
adolescent and the sort of awkward,
There we go. Found the
fumbling
rhythm.
and the nervous quality that I was looking for.
But it was not an ordinary lizard.
There was always some depth. There's
And
always
I
some range.
really
and I think
beat my
people
record.
Really have responded to Andrew's performance
Much
in a
better.
way that should serve him
Much,
well
much,
as
much
time goes
better.
by. I think they'll realize that his performance in this movie is pretty iconic and a kind of a game changer.
Andrew Garfield is not the best Spider-Man, and he is certainly not in the best Spider-Man franchise, but he is by far my favorite actor to play Spider-Man. He feels young to me. He may not look the age, but the way he plays it is just so good. I knew guys like this in high school, and I sometimes felt like I was this guy in high school. Every line delivery, every look, every stutter,
Alright, now for
or
the
moment
hard-
of
now for the
stillness
easier
feels
part.
so purposeful
Collecting
and
100
deliberate.
rings.
The way
This
he carries
mission,
himself around
2
Ben,
minutes and
around
20
May,
seconds,
around
I
Gwen,
think.
around
Either
Captain
2 minutes and
Stacy,
20
they're
seconds
all
or just
unique.
2 minutes.
They're all meaningful. He's not the classic character ripped off the page, and you cannot blame him for the material he had to work with, but he fully embodies this take on Peter Parker with precision and with care. You can just tell how much Andrew Garfield loves Spidey, genuinely loves. When he raved about what playing this character meant to him, it isn't hyperbole, it isn't lip service to appease the fanboys. Andrew loves Spider-Man, plain and simple, and that's abundantly clear in his performance. You know what Mark Webb loves? You know what Mark Webb cares about? Fun fact, in The Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker doesn't become Spider-Man until 55 minutes into the film. And he doesn't really become Spider-Man until an hour and 17 minutes into this 2 hour and 16-minute movie. That says a lot about the kind of filmmaker Mark Webb is and what he cares about. Mark Webb cares about people, human beings, siblings, how they grow, how they act around one another, how they change. Spectacle ain't where his heart lies. It's the moments of two people talking. Mark Webb cares about character. Sony hired him not because he had 17 large-scale genre movies under his belt, but because he had one really great soul-filled indie romance. He brings that to this. Mark Webb takes what could be two-dimensional characters and adds that third dimension. Flash Thompson has an arc in this movie that tracks right along with Peter's arc. He has
And that's going to
four
be
major
the
scenes
easiest
with
A
Peter, and
in this
each
whole
scene
entire
reflects
level.
how they are both growing or regressing as people. In the first scene, he is the typical bully that throws basketballs at hipsters' heads and forces pasta down little kids' throats.
Some vegetables, Gordon, come on!
We get the save the cat moment with our hero, the moment where Peter acts selflessly to protect the kid, and we see how Flash responds. The next time we see Flash is when Peter is now using his new powers to get even. Flash is still that typical bully, but now Peter decides to bully him back. This time, he's the one who throws the basketball. Peter is still sticking up for the little guy, but this time he is cruel about it. He has yet to learn what comes with his new great power. A bit later, we see Flash at Peter's lowest point. He is about to use his spider powers for vengeance and vengeance alone. He's angrier than ever and more bitter than ever. Instead of fighting back, instead of being that bully, Flash empathizes with him.
Your uncle died. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What a great moment. His final scene with Peter is at the very end of the movie. Once Peter has completed his journey, both characters have grown, now have a mutual understanding and a bit of love towards one another.
You coming along, man?
Mark Webb takes that traditional bully and turns him into an empathetic person who grows. Captain Stacy
This
could
movie
just
isn't
be the
appreciated
mean
enough.
cop that wants to stop Spider-Man, but instead he's a loving father who wants
Don't
what's
hit
best
other
for
cars.
his city.
Oh,
And
no.
Aunt-May and Uncle Ben
Oh,
could
no.
only
Oh, no.
be these icons, these motivating factors for Peter, but in this film we see more of their loving relationship. We see their personalities, we see their hobbies.
Ben Parker, don't you even think about leaving that filthy box in my kitchen.
These are my bowling trophies.
This might be a
And
bit
my
of
bowling
a hot
trophy.
take, but I think Martin Sheen may be my favorite on-screen Uncle
Yep.
Ben. And that's saying a crap ton because I adore Cliff Robertson's iconic portrayal of Ben. But this Ben feels more like a person and less of that icon. As a
And
little
look
bit
at
of an
that,
aside,
just
it's
like
so
that.
stupid to say this.
That if you could do good things for other people, you had a moral obligation to do those things. That's what's at stake here. Not choice, responsibility.
When you could just have him say it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
There you go.
This Ben Parker is played honestly and realistically. He's a blue-collar worker that has very firm traditional values. He's the perfect contrast to his brother Richard Parker. Richard was this super secretive and super brilliant scientist with his head in the clouds, while Ben was entirely down to earth.
Come on, I know a right cross when I see one.
And while Peter longs for that brilliant genius father or father figure,
I don't have much education, you know that, Peter. Hell, I stopped being able to help with your homework when you were 10.
he acknowledges that Ben's lack of knowledge doesn't make him any less of a great father.
Uncle Ben, you're a pretty great dad, right?
We get these intimate moments. We spend more time with May and Ben and Peter, so that when all of this is taken away, we feel that loss. Ben's death in The Amazing Spider-Man is consequence after consequence. If Peter wasn't at Oscorp with Connors forgetting his responsibility to walk May home after her shift at work, then his fight with Ben about responsibility and his father would never have happened. Then he would have never stormed out of the house to get chocolate milk. Then
And
Ben would
there
never
you
have
go.
gone looking for him. Then he would never have been shot by the crook Peter let go.
Get a little help? Not my policy.
I love how long we linger on Peter's grief, how he can't accept love from Gwen, how he can't listen to Ben's final voicemail, and how angry and resentful he is for a good chunk of the film. You get the sense that this Peter Parker was far closer to his uncle than he was to his Aunt May. They could never connect in the way that Peter and Ben did. And as a result of losing Ben because of Peter's selfishness, there is far more tension between May and Peter.
Please go to sleep, Aunt May. Aunt May, please, please, please go to sleep.
I can't sleep. Don't you understand? I can't sleep.
You know what Mark Webb does? Mark Webb takes these archetypes and turns them into human beings. That's what he cares about. He doesn't care about the spider. He cares about the man. He cares about those real,
Damn it.
intimate
Just
moments.
one badly
and the
placed
beautiful
car. That's
relationship
all you need.
between Peter Parker and
Gwen, right?
Gwen Stacy.
That is the beating heart of these movies that defines these two films. But why is that? You hear things like,
It's a realistic relationship.
you hear things like,
They have such undeniable chemistry.
you hear things like,
They dated in real life and you can tell.
and yeah, all of that is very, very, very true. Anytime these two share the screen, you just want to smile. But what makes this particular relationship so special? I think the most realistic on-screen romances, and just romances in general, are fantastic friendships first and foremost. It's not necessarily the romance, but the way Mark Webb depicts that friendship between Peter and Gwen that make these two movies.
I think it's been, Mark's biggest goal has been working out that relationship and making sure it feels authentic, and he kind of brings it all back down to earth, even though we're operating in a superhero universe.
All right.
So I think it's really important to Mark, and it's certainly really important to Andrew and I.
No, that next car is gonna be a bitch
would
to
exist
avoid.
in a world of no superheroes.
Spider-Man stories have always been relatable dramas blown up to gigantic size. Every young
Oh my
mother
God,
wants
I
to
almost
impress
hit
their
that car.
significant other's dad. But what if
And
it turns
I
out
hit it
your
anyway,
significant other's
because
dad
why
was the
not?
police captain who was hunting your ass down, but he doesn't know it, and neither does your
It's like the
significant
cars
other. And everyone is
are on a
through that
mission to hit
nerve-wracking
you,
experience of
and
sitting
your
down
mission
with
is
your
not
first
to
love's
hit them.
family for the first time, or even your first best friend's family, and eating a food you may not be used to eating. Maybe you're overdressed, or in Peter's case, underdressed. You got no fucking clue. You've never done this before. But what if you had to go through all that right after all of this is revealed to you? And what if your significant other's father starts trash talking you without even knowing it? Do you defend yourself? Do you stay quiet? What do you do? And can you trust in this new friendship? Can you explain why things got so tension-filled at dinner? In most Spider-Man stories and superhero stories in general, the answer would be no. You can't trust them with your secret because knowing your secret may put them in harm's way. Knowing that secret may ruin how they see you. But the Amazing Spider-Man kind of flips that on its head. This is what really sets this relationship apart from so many others in the genre. You gotta remember, Peter doesn't have Harry in this. His closest friend when we start the movie is Uncle Ben. Gwen becomes that friend, that best friend that he trusts with everything.
Who else knows about this?
So now we are seeing something we've never really seen before. We see two teenagers in love, but more importantly, we see our hero becoming completely vulnerable with his love from the start, his friend from the start. We see him going to her for help, for guidance. He 100% believes, trusts, and confides in her. And in return, she does the same. It's a strong friendship and relationship between two independently strong characters. Gwen has fears outside of Peter. She has goals outside of Peter. She has relationships outside of Peter. She has a family outside of Peter. And we get to spend some time with all of them.
Oh,
we
God,
love
this level's
Peter and
hell.
Gwen because we love Gwen. We buy into Peter and Gwen because we buy why Peter would dig a girl like Gwen. She's smart, she's caring, she's different from all the other kids in his class that he interacts with. We buy why Gwen would dig Peter. He's smart, he's different, but he's also heroic. He sticks up for the little guy just like her father does. We buy into Peter and Gwen because of lines like these.
So I gotta go after it. That's not your job. Maybe it is.
Immediately followed by these.
I like kissing you. You're an amazing kisser.
Well, it was good for me too.
This is a Spider-Man story, so he needs to talk about responsibility, but this is also a story about a kid falling in love for the first time, and Mark Webb gets that. Directing this kind of realness is what he's really damn good at. He lets the moments linger on these scenes. We see the awkward pauses, the endearing laughs, and smiles, and twists and turns. He uses the
Oh my
camera
God,
to
that was a
visually convey
pretty
how close
solid
these
turn.
two are to each other, not just literally, but emotionally. So we start here, and eventually end up here. And that's why Peter and Gwen work. Their relationship is joyous, it's awkward, it's intense, it's exciting, it's somber, but always real. Just like how it feels to deeply love and care for someone.
Oh man, that was
Back and look at
super
that
lucky.
$230 million budget. Do you know what 230 million gets you? Neither do I. But it got Mark Webb a backlot at Universal Studios that was basically an entire living, breathing, controllable New York City set. Yeah, you heard me. This were all shot on this backlot, this massive set, which allowed the crew to shoot whatever they wanted without worrying about closing down streets, halting traffic, and causing destruction. You wonder why I get so fed up with the overuse of green screen backdrops, because for the same amount of money, you can have a backlot. It just takes time and a ton of effort from
What
a
the hell?
hard-working, dedicated crew. A crew that builds
That car
sets
just like
that
ran
range from a
right
simple but
into me.
iconic wrestling ring that pays homage to the character's origins. to
Like
a sewer
that was
with running
entirely
water that
beyond
had
my
to be
control.
perfect
It's just
temperature
the
so
game
lenses
chose to
don't
pull the
pop, to a
plug.
bridge with flipping cars. A crew that also pulls off insane
that was the game
practical
deciding
stunts and
that I
effects
was
like
done.
Spider-Man for the first time and probably last time actually swinging through the streets.
One of the things that was really important for Mark is to make things as realistic as possible. And so what we've tried to do from the very beginning is do as much as we can in camera as you possibly can.
One of the things we talked about very early on was Buster Keaton. Part of that was he did everything for real. That was something that we always aimed for in the stunt and the action sequences, was making it, to try to make it feel as real and as authentic as possible.
Does that not blow your mind a little bit? Look at that. Look at him go. What a hero. One of the coolest things about these blockbuster movies is when they blend practical and CG effects seamlessly. When they use craftsmen and artists to create thrills, to create spectacle the audience can feel. Sony ImageWorks did some
And that was such a
sensational
good
work
run,
on
too,
both
and it
these
got
movies.
completely
Blizzard
thrown
looks
away.
great and holds up really well 8 years later. I have some issues with his design, but the detail and
And
care
I wasn't
that
the
went
one who
into him
choked.
is
No.
whack. Did you
I
know
wasn't the one who
entire
choked.
hallway fight right
The
here
game
is
just
CG,
decided I was
including the
done.
hallway? I'll be honest, I did not. The lighting is that dynamic. The movements have that flawless and real feeling. If I was wearing socks, they would be knocked
It's
off.
like
Speaking
it's
of
just
socks,
a
let's talk
complete
about the
matter
suit
of
real
RNG,
quick.
whether
People
or
hate
not
this suit.
I just get a car that just
Basketball
decides to
man,
run
and
right
like,
into
yeah,
me.
I get it. The texture is very basketball, but this all goes back to the idea of placing Peter Parker in a real world. Costume designer Kim Barrett, who is best known for The Matrix, and Mark Webb wanted to make the Spider-Man suit leaner and cleaner, less bulky and super heroic, and more spider-like, less muscled, more teenage looking, less perfect and iconic, and more possible and practical.
Well, I was thinking, how would a kid make a suit? Well, he'd probably take tennis shoes and cut the bottoms of them and use that as the pads of the shoes. I mean, if he's making his own suit, who wouldn't do that? It seems a logical thing to do. In terms of the lenses, again, it was, well, how do you make those lenses if you're a kid? You pull them out of the sunglasses. We were trying to create a suit that felt somewhat legitimate in terms of this kid could make it, and we spent some time developing the ideas behind that.
All the ideas, all the heart, and all the craftsmanship that went into filming The Amazing Spider-Man are what make it almost amazing to me. Kinda amazing. What's not so amazing is some of the post-production decisions, outside of the given Sony interference that cuts key emotional bits. I'm so fucking sick of that. I have some qualms with some of the editing choices. To me, a lot of this film is over-edited. What I mean by that is a good chunk of scenes, especially those bits of action, have way too many cuts. You filmed Spider-Man swinging. You filmed him slowly dropping down into the sewer. You went out there and shot that shit for real, and that's so incredibly cool. But why the heck do you have this many cuts that take away from the spectacle of that? You had this super cool Mirror's Edge one long first-person POV shot in the trailer, but in the film, it's chopped apart like Dr. Connor's arm. All the first-person POVs are cut to pieces. Holding on a moment, holding on a single shot can be extremely powerful, stressful, or awe-inducing. I think Raimi really got that with his swinging scenes. They were, for the most part, one long shot where we danced in the air with Spider-Man. But with this movie, for the most part, we never get to dance with Spider-Man. We get to watch Spider-Man do his thing from 10 different angles.
And of course, bumped into the wall, ran right into the car.
James Horner's score is a mixed bag for me. I love some of his tracks. His theme for Spider-Man is not nearly as iconic as Elfman's, but it still has weight and power. But goddamn is his work overused, overbearing, and just all around too loud. Certain scenes would be way more effective and harder hitting with no music, with silence. Just like holding on a shot, silence can be powerful, stressful, or awe-inducing. Danny Elfman's score was loud and bombastic, but the emotions of the characters were never drowned out. Both the score and the editing
just
show a lack
rap.
of confidence,
Damn.
a lack of belief that what they shot and what emotions they intended the audience to feel would land,
This
would make
mission-
the audience actually feel something.
And the wall
a lack
mission
of
as
faith
well.
in the audience
Both are
altogether. Do we
complete
really need
insanity.
to see this edit to the star twice in under 5 minutes?
He has a star tattooed on his left hand. He has a star tattooed on his left hand.
Do we really need to have the music scream at us to be scared, to feel suspense, to be sad?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think the emotions of the scene are already there. They just need support from the edit and from the score, and not a complete makeup job.
Yes, the
Who
jazz
knows why this
pianist has a heart
happened?
attack
This was Mark
on
Webb's
the
second
piano.
movie, his first blockbuster. That's
Yeah, it's
already
like,
insane. Like I
anyone
said
can do
before,
that,
and
like-
it's a miracle that the action and
The thing is, anybody can do that horror piano sound. All you have to do is get pissed off and slam your piano, just like that. You know, it's easy. You know, if you ever want to have that slasher film, move the killer is right behind you scene. No fail every time.
Music swells aren't awful or awfully boring. It could be a creative choice that I don't like. The fact that they shot this for 3D, or a special note from Avi Arad. I wasn't there, so I don't know. All I know is that I'm not a huge fan. You know what else? Who else I'm not a huge fan of, but who I think gets a little too much shit. So we have this story about a kid who has this gigantic hole in his heart that he's trying to fill. And in this story, we have an antagonist who isn't really a villain, but another character who has a missing piece that he is trying to fill. And in trying to fill that becomes this 10-foot tall lizard. That's kind of perfect on paper, right? And I'm sure the paper was pretty perfect. The Amazing Spider-Man was written by James Vanderbilt, who wrote... That's right. James Vanderbilt. The Amazing Spider-Man was written by James Vanderbilt, who wrote Fincher's Zodiac, Steve Kloves, who wrote the entire Harry Potter franchise, and Academy Award winner Alvin Sargent, who just so happens to have written Spider-Man 2. I'm sure everything about Connors and the Lizard in that shooting script was phenomenal. I'm sure what Mark Webb shot was amazing, and I'm sure Rhys Ifans... One fucking second, Alex. And I'm sure Rhys Evans turned in a dramatic and vulnerable performance. But this is a Sony Spider-Man movie produced by Avi Arad, so you know what that means?
Over 20 minutes of deleted scenes, most of them involving the lizard.
Most of them went a long way in humanizing Connors. There are these key emotional scenes that are missing from the final cut. Curtis Connors is already a sympathetic character, but moments like this...
We must be greater than what we suffer.
And this...
And your mother and I would always say, don't strike back. We were wrong.
And this.
I'm beautiful, aren't I? Beautiful.
And this.
See, I dream.
Whether or not I overcome this car
would make him
is a
feel
matter of
more
RNG.
human and less CG lizard. For fuck's sake, they turned this really long and engaging series of scenes between Peter and Connors, where we see Peter's
there you go.
empathy
I got
and Connors
really
progressing
lucky there.
insanity into
Like-
an Osborne-style internal monologue.
I probably don't realize how lucky that was.
Would you go back? After all you know you can do, all the
Avi literally masked out Connors. Because of all this studio meddling or cutting for time or whatever the reason may be, the lizard
No,
scene,
no,
the lizard
no.
plot is by far the most boring
Oh, no, I
cliche
lost the
element
A-rank.
of the movie. I don't go on my phone
And
during
that
movies, but
didn't
if I
even
was
that
going
didn't
to
even
go on my
help.
phone,
Wow,
it would
I
be
didn't even
during
get a
these
boost out of
expository
that.
information
Which
drops
means
about
I just
cross
lost
species
the A-rank
genetics and his
just
plan
like
to turn
that.
everyone into reptiles. You can tell there is this layer of complexity with Connors. His philosophy, his
The one time where I
resentfulness
need
of
the
Richard
boost,
Parker,
game
we
doesn't
never
give
really
me
get
one.
a chance to dive deep into it. That complexity is there, but it's in the sewers instead of on the streets. But you know what really does work about Dr. Connors? What he does for Peter Parker. How he forces Peter Parker to grow and what he shows us about Peter. Connors influences
Oh
every
my
part
God.
of Peter's growth into Spider-Man, and Peter influences every part of Connor's regression into the Lizard. Peter goes to Oscorp because
Fuck
of his
that
search
tunnel.
for answers about his father.
I'm gonna
and
hate
he
that
and
tunnel when I
Connors
get
were
to the wall
working on,
mission.
which causes
You
him
know
to
for
get
I know for a
Peter
fact I
wants
will
to get
get there.
closer to Connors as a way to connect with his father. He even wears his father's glasses when they are working together, and pretty much only when they are working together. Peter eventually ends up giving Kurt his father's equation.
How did you come up with this?
That equation seemingly works in regrowing his limbs and curing disease. Connors, with pressure from this doctor and his dream of having both his arms being one injection away, decides to test it on himself. It works too well. Connors transforms into the Lizard entirely because of Peter. Lizard starts attacking that doctor on the bridge, and for the first time in the movie, Peter uses his powers for individuals other than himself.
That bit with the
Spider-Man
cars
has
was the
been
most
Peter's way of
clutch thing
dealing
I
with
could have
grief until he is
done.
indirectly forced to rescue and reunite a boy with his father, something Peter has wished for every single day of his life. This causes Peter to see Spider-Man in an entirely new light.
Who are you? Spider-Man.
Peter realizes what Spider-Man can mean, what he should mean, entirely because of the Lizard. And once Peter finds out that Connors is the Lizard, he realizes that he's...
I gotta stop him, though. I have to. Because I created him. Wait, this is my responsibility. I have to fix it.
Oh god.
Peter Parker learns
so we got the first 3
responsibility
missions with
through
A ranks.
his mistake with Connors.
If I can
He
get
learns
the
to
car
take
mission with an A rank,
accountability, and he learns
I can
that
get this
every
wall
action,
mission
no
with an
matter
A
how
rank.
seemingly noble or empathetic, has massive consequences for everyone. So of course it's not his goal to punch him in his gross lizard face. He has no vendetta against Connors, no hatred, only love and empathy. Peter is just trying to save his mentor
The good
and
news
friend and
is
save the city from the equation that his
the
father
A rank for the
created.
first mission
And in
was 3 minutes and
return,
20
it's Connors
seconds.
that stops
The A
Peter
rank
from
for the
falling
third
off
mission
the
was 3
Oscorp
minutes and
tower.
30 seconds.
Kurt can't lift Peter
The
with
A
his
rank for
lizard
this
hand,
one
but he can
is 3
with
minutes
his
and
human
45
hand.
seconds.
His humanity lifts Peter up, not the science.
Like, so
not
that's
the
going to be,
lizard,
that
but his
means that I have
humanity.
a lot more leg room.
And that's what I think
which
the
is
film
good
is really
news.
trying to say about the
At
character
the very
of
least, they give
Spider-Man
you a
and say
little
about
bit of leg
us.
room if
Peter
you're using
spends
this
the entire
method.
movie searching for a father figure that's
You also
brilliant,
don't.
that
You
wants
can.
to
I no
change the
longer have to
world with
avoid the
science,
cars,
and
which
in
means
doing
that
so,
that's
he
no longer
neglects
going to be a
the
problem.
average working class people that raised him. The average working class people that end up saving his life. The crane scene is so great because it's a visual representation of this. It's a visual climactic representation of what Spider-Man has always been about. He's at his lowest point. He's been shot. The city is in shambles because of his father's equation that he gave to Connors, and it's his responsibility to not only save Connors, but save the average everyday men and women affected by this. You can't turn those people into lizards, no matter how perfect they might be. You can't play God, even if you are doing so for the right reasons. You can't force them to be greater, but you can inspire them. And in return, those average people, the workers, the builders, will save you. Peter is saved not by the rich Osborns of the world or the brilliant scientists, but by the everyman. His life is saved by a steel beam, and it raises him up, literally and metaphorically. And as a result of this, he becomes the ultimate symbol of the everyman. It's not the sciencey
And there we
intellectual
go.
part of himself that makes Peter Spider-Man. It's the caring part, that down-to-earth part. It's his empathetic part. His father figure doesn't need to be Richard or Kurt, but men like the people who saved him. Men like Ben. Men like Captain Stacy.
No father, no uncle. All alone.
He's not alone.
And I think Peter realizes this, all of this. He realizes the neglect, the selfishness, the longing, and the ego that has gotten in the way of the responsibility he now has as Spider-Man. But by then, it's too late.
Damn it. Swerve too far to the right.
And that scream is the scream of a child, the final scream of a boy coming to terms with the immense pressure and weight of being an adult. This is the moment Peter grows up. This is the moment he accepts the mantle, the responsibility of being New York's savior, of being the hero of the people, of being Spider-Man. Peter kept forgetting the eggs in search of something greater. But now at the end of his journey, remembering the eggs is what counts. Remembering those eggs is what makes him that hero. And now we get my favorite scene in the film.
This scene was written by the wonderful Alvin Sargent.
Of course it was. Notice how still Peter is.
Yeah,
He's
notice
no
how I
longer
still
the
hit the
twitchy,
wall.
stuttery, nervous child he
Managed
was
to
at
keep
the
going,
beginning
and
of the
then
film.
I
You
hit
can
the
see
wall
the
again.
growth he went through in his
And it ended
austerity,
my
in
run.
his choice to make the hard choice.
I can't see you anymore. I can't.
And because of all this growth, he has the strength to listen to Ben's final message.
I think I know what you're feeling. Ever since you were a little boy, you've been living with so many unresolved things.
I'll touch more on this when I eventually cover TASM 2, but this should be the end of Peter's search for his parents. We don't need a post-credit scene or any of that Roosevelt nonsense. That story, as far as I'm concerned, ends with this voicemail. This cathartic voicemail that provides Peter just enough closure and reassurance to know that he is on the right path.
And if anyone's destined for greatness, it's you, son. You owe the world your gifts. You just have to figure out how to use them. And know that wherever they take you, we'll always be here. So come on home, Peter. You're my hero. And I love you.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
Mark
give you
Webb
some
was
pieces to
going
think
for a
about. It's all right,
500
guys.
Days of Summer style ending. Will our very flawed protagonist stick to the lessons he has learned? Will he stick to his promise? Is he Peter Parker,
is
angry,
one of the
resentful
times
teen? Or is he Spider-Man?
I need a couple of these.
And while with Raimi's Peter Parker, the answer was clear. He let Mary Jane go to protect her, and he was.
I'm Spider-Man.
With Mark Webb's Peter Parker, it's left unclear.
Mr. Parker. Tardy again.
Sorry, Miss Ritter, won't happen again, I promise.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Mr. Parker.
We aren't perfect. We grow, but we often regress. We want the best of both worlds. We want to be the responsible, good human being and end up happy.
Yeah, but those are the best kind.
And so does Peter.
Okay, class, open your books. Let's begin on page 1.
Is this the wrong choice? Yes. Is this the human choice? I think so. And Spider-Man is that. He always has been. He's our strength. He's our flaws, our desires, our fears. He's our lessons learned and lessons we have yet to learn. He's the ultimate human being, and he still has a lot to learn. I've been obsessed with The Amazing Spider-Man since I first saw it at age 13. My feelings on it have swung back and forth, but I've always come back to it. And doing this video has helped me discover why. On one hand, you have a movie that's fairly mediocre on the surface, a movie that lacks a good bit of the flair, excitement, and personality you had with the Raimi trilogy. It was conceived by Sony to keep the rights to the character and to appeal to the widest young audience possible. They took a lot of the heart out in service of keeping that runtime down. They used a second-time director's inexperience in the genre to make something that feels very Sony when it should feel entirely Webb. But on the other hand, you still feel that passion from Webb. You still have this classic narrative with extremely rich characters and ideas. A film that had a lot of talent, a ridiculous amount of talent and care put into it. A Spider-Man tale with so much thought and so much love from Andrew, Mark, Emma, and the entire cast and crew. This is one of those fascinating cases where it's the spider and lizard stuff that takes away from this story about two broken people trying to fix themselves. This story about a boy falling in love for the first time. This story about that broken boy realizing that his missing pieces are what make him whole, what make him human. This story about that boy realizing all of this and growing into his own Spider-Man. A Spider-Man entirely different from Sam's, but just as personal and real. This is one of those fascinating cases where if you just got Mark, a camera, and Andrew and Emma, you would end up with a much more personal, more heartfelt, and fully amazing Spider-Man.
You know, you think about Peter Parker, you think about Spider-Man, you think about the mythology, you think about that character you saw growing up, and it's hard not to feel emotional and nostalgic and protective and exhilarated and scared and nervous and all these other things.
When you first wear it, it's like, oh, okay, here we are. I better savor this moment. And it is a surreal thing when you see yourself embodying something that's meant so much to you. But there is a really interesting thing about it because it doesn't belong to you. You very, very quickly realize that it's not you. It isn't you in the suit. It is a symbol. It's just a pure symbol. Whatever body is in that suit doesn't really matter. That's what I find so wonderful about about this character is that he is everyone's, and he is everyone.
Stan Lee says that the reason why Spidey is so popular is because all of us can relate to him, and I agree. I needed Spidey in my life when I was a kid, and he gave me hope. He made me, Andrew, braver. He reassured me that by doing the right thing, it's worth it. It's worth the struggle. It's worth the pain. It's worth even the tears, the bruises, and the blood. And I wouldn't be able to stand here in front of you guys right now without feeling that Spider-Man was here with me, with his reassuring hand on my shoulder, making sure I don't fall over and concuss myself. This is definitely the coolest moment of my life, and thank you for being here and sharing it with me.
Man, after watching the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies again, and after watching Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, I don't think I can really say that Tom Holland's the best one. Like, I like Tom Holland. I like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies somewhat, but I feel like with those movies, the biggest problem I have is it's not Spider-Man's movies. It's like I call it the Marvel movie featuring Spider-Man. So, you know, you have Iron Man for the first one. You sort of have Iron Man in the second one, not really as a character, but more as, you know, the face that Peter Parker always sees. And, you know, you have Mysterio. And then you have the new film coming out, which is basically going to be Doctor Strange 2 featuring Spider-Man. Oh, and let's have the Tobey Maguire elements thrown in there as well. I'm not saying the movie's going to be bad, but I am saying that the Sam Raimi and Mark Webb Spider-Man movies are flawed. But I feel like both of them have ideas that work really well. Like, there are elements that I love about both movies. Like, I feel like if I had to choose, I would prefer Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy.
First time I saw
And
him,
I loved Spider-Man 3 all the way back from when it first came out. That was like one of my favorite movies.
I mean, how amazing is that?
And
For
even
the
now,
rest
it's
of your
like
life.
Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 2 are two of my favorite movies ever made.
Let me take you back to May 2008. I was, what, 8 years old?
Like,
That's
I don't even...
weird.
It's like, and
Marvel
part of it's
Studios,
nostalgia,
they weren't
but another
owned by
part
the
of it is
mouse.
just
They
those
were an
movies just being
independent film
genuinely well
company.
made.
How freaking weird is that? Marvel Studios was an independent film company, and Iron Man wasn't the popular icon that he is today. Hell, he wasn't even popular. He wasn't Spider-Man, he wasn't Batman, he wasn't Superman, so the average person didn't give a damn. That's really weird. I keep saying weird, but it is weird. It's insane to think about how back then, only 12 years ago, Marvel Studios were the underdog. It was a big risk to bank on an Iron Man movie. It was an even bigger risk to put it out the same summer as this beast. Imagine if Iron Man had bombed. Imagine if it wasn't Robert Downey Jr. Imagine if the movie was underwhelming. How fundamentally different would the film industry be right now? Just think about that. I know I rag on the more recent MCU films a lot. I'm often called overly critical, a pretentious douchebag, faux intellectual, cape shit loving clown, which is completely fair, but I want all these things to all be unique, personal, meaningful. Oh, hi, Top, buzz off, you just hate the MCU. Blah, 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 blah. Look, I get it, but screw all that because I fucking love Iron Man. I think Iron Man is an extraordinarily well-crafted film, a movie that takes risks, that's creative, that's honest, that's both mature and extremely youthful, that was fresh back then and maybe even fresher today. Damn, it's just solid, it's just balls on a filmmaker, it's just great, but we all win. There's Iron Man, the film, and then there's the insane story of how Kevin Feige, Jon Favreau, Robert Downey Jr., and the entire cast and crew made Iron Man. Iron Man didn't have a finished script. It had a constantly changing story. One draft had the Mandarin, one draft had Crimson Dynamo. I think one draft even had Howard Stark turn out to be secretly alive the entire time and then turn into the villain. To put it simply, and quote the dude himself,
they had no script, man. They had an outline.
The spirit in which it was shot and the way we did it was like you might do a small independent art film.
You know how insane that is? That the movie turned out as well, as nuanced, as layered, and as impactful as it did? That's a testament to every single person who worked on it. They figured it out as they went along, and what they figured out turned out to be the start of the biggest series of films ever. But they had no idea that was going to be the case.
This could be anything from a flop to a moderate single, you know, where you get on base and just keep plugging along in your career, to something that, you know, where it's beyond what people's expectations are. I really don't know how people are going to react.
I gotta remember that there is leg room in this
like it. I know that there's funny
There
scenes.
is leg room to mess up.
There's a lot of truth in it. I love the performances. I love the cast.
I somehow got incredibly
So I
lucky
know.
after messing up once on the car mission.
This is the shot that started the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. No superheroes, no purple space rocks, no Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the show. Iron Man hits the ground running,
And just
flying,
like that.
zooming, exploding with such efficient character development in such a short amount of time. With one dialogue scene, some AC/DC, a couple of explosions, and a capture, we understand the tone of the film, the style, and most importantly, we understand who Tony Stark is at this point in time. The first glimpse we get of Tony is a shot of his hand holding a drink riding in the back of a Humvee. The first conversation Tony has with the soldiers isn't much of a conversation, but an exercise in ego boosting.
Is it true you went 12 for 12 with last year's maximum cover model?
That is an excellent question.
And when they go under attack, the first choice Tony makes in the film is to worry about himself, not the young soldier.
Wait, give me a gun! Here!
So within these first 3 freaking minutes, we know that Tony is a narcissist who enjoys his playboy reputation, and we know that he is entirely selfish. He's the most important person in his world, and everyone else is there to take a picture.
Yeah, peace. I love peace. I'll be out of a job with peace.
But what is his enemy? What's going to cause the conflict that will force him to change? Who is the real big bad of the film? Himself. There is something so poetic and frankly genius about Tony Stark having pieces of his missile, his past sins, constantly being seconds away from entering his heart and killing him. And this all happens before the title card. This all shows you what director Jon Favreau cares about, and he cares about Tony Stark.
John brought everything. John is the primal force behind Iron Man. He's easily half the character. He's infused himself into every department. I don't want to say he's a gentle giant because he's very formidable, but he is the most composed person in a position of unimaginable stress that I've ever seen. He's so gracious and so evolved.
This is a Tony Stark movie first, not a world-building machine, and not a movie about a cool exec with a heart of steel. Iron Man is a film about a deeply flawed Tony Stark facing his past mistakes, his demons, and growing into a better man by becoming the Iron Man. Every choice, every line, every scene is in service of Tony Stark. I think Iron Man's biggest risk was having the title character start off as this deeply flawed dickhead. Someone that, on a surface level, the audience can't relate to. He's no Peter Parker. He's no Steve Rogers. He isn't a poor, relatable young man with a good heart, but a grown billionaire arms dealer who does plenty of awful, awful things, seemingly feels no remorse, and finds a way to justify it all.
What do you say to your other nickname, the Merchant of Death?
That's not bad.
After the title card, we get a day in the life of Tony Stark. The editing is fast, and the filmmaking is frantic, excessive, the soundtrack is punky, the debauchery and douchery is heavy. The only time the film, and Tony, really slows down and switches tones is when we are introduced to Pepper Potts.
Indeed I am.
It's also the first time in the movie where Tony genuinely seems to care about who he is talking to. He's been asked a ton of questions from people he probably views as beneath him, but with Pepper, he asks back.
It's your birthday.
Yes.
I knew that. Already?
Yeah, isn't that strange? It's the same day as last year.
Well, Get yourself something nice for me.
He engages.
Oh, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Very tasteful. Thank you, Mr. Stark.
You're welcome, Miss Potts.
One cool driving montage and a womanizing scene on an airplane later, and we end up back in the cave. The cave. These might be my favorite scenes in the film and some of my favorite bits in the entire MCU. We not only get to see the iconic birth of the arc reactor and of the Mark I, we not only get to hear Ramin Djawadi's Iron Man theme, which is so freaking incredible and just makes me want to go out into the world with a box of scraps and build some shit. Hell yeah. It should be a sin that Marvel didn't consistently use this as the definitive Iron Man theme. I hear this and I hear Iron Man, just like I heard Superman with John Williams and Batman with Danny Elfman. We not only get all that, but we get crucial character building scenes with Tony and Yinsen. The pacing slows down and we spend time getting to see the Tony Stark that's buried beneath all the ego. The Tony Stark that feels fear. The Tony Stark that may have some regrets about his lifestyle.
Got a family?
Yes. And I will see them when I leave here. And you, Stark? So you're a man who has everything and nothing.
Tony Stark, the
That'd
human
be a
being,
lot more.
and
I'm
not
gonna
the
have to try to play
celebrity.
this as
Something that has
carefully
always
as I
stuck out to
possibly
me
can.
is this bit right
Especially
here.
this turn.
My name is
There we go.
Yinsen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Like-
meet you too.
This takes place
I think the
after
time limit is a
Vincent, who
lot
the
more
best Uncle
relaxed
Ben
than
since Uncle
Tails'
Ben, has
version.
saved Tony's life.
But I think
Blade
part of that is because
interpreted
Tails'
his
level
terrorist and stuck
was
his
a
neck out
little
for this
bit
guy
easier
10
in
times
design,
over. It's only
and this
after
level's a
Yinsen
little
and
bit
him
more
start
difficult.
building something together does Tony bother to ask his name. It tells us so much about what Tony respects in a person and how guarded he is and has been with most people in the past.
All right, that's
the
fucking
cave is not
stupid.
only where
All right.
we learn these things about Tony, but where Tony learns through Yinsen the lesson, or rather the call to action that will come to define his character across all of the MCU.
Don't waste it. Don't waste your life.
And he doesn't. After that moment, he doesn't waste a second of it. He emerges from the cave a changed man. We now know who he is and have an idea of the man he is going to become.
We started off here, and now coming out of here, I feel like I understand who Tony Stark is more. I think Robert does as well.
He destroys all of his weapons like a badass, gets rescued, gets himself a cheeseburger, and calls this press conference where he immediately starts taking responsibility for the harm his company has caused. For a movie that had no set script, there is a very natural progression of Tony's character through the mostly improvised dialogue, through his actions and his reactions. Being prisoner for 3 months, losing
Alright,
someone who
I
he
still don't
let
have a
in, and
boost,
seeing
so.
firsthand the death and destruction his legacy has brought to the innocent is the kick in the ass he needed to grow. It's clear through his interaction with the press that Tony is much humbler, much more down to earth. Literally, he asks everyone to sit down so he is with the people and not speaking down to them. He's also much more vulnerable, not only with the press,
I never got to say goodbye to my father.
but with Pepper.
I don't have anyone.
All right, this time what I'm gonna do is
I don't see
not
their
go for that
relationship
balloon,
talked
because
about
I
that
always
much
hit the
outside
wall.
of those weird Instagram shit pages, but I kind of think that Tony and Pepper's relationship is one of the best romantic dynamics in a superhero franchise, especially in these earlier films. There's something real and not overly idealized about it. She's more his overworked caretaker than sexy assistant or damsel in distress, and he's far from the perfect, good-natured superhero. Pepper makes Tony want to be better, be more grounded. Her character honestly helps ground the entire film. We have a billionaire,
Oh
an
my
Air Force
God, that was
colonel,
so
and a
clean.
scheming corporate tycoon as our central character.
That was even
Pepper
cleaner.
is
Oh
the
my
relatable
God.
one, the put-together human being.
I'm just
stressed
glad
out
I
by all
didn't
this
just bump into the
madness.
side of it and
Speaking
the
of
game
human,
just
the
pulled
building of the
the
Mark II
plug.
and Tony learning to fly is
This part right
magnificent
here
stuff.
is gonna
It's
be
very
hell.
reminiscent of Sam Raimi's
So,
Spider-Man. We
my
get to see
solution
the
here
learning
is just
curve
let
our
go
hero
of the
has
A
to
button.
go through before he can don
Just
the
let
iconic
go of it
costume.
as-
I love the use
and
of
there you
comedy
go.
here. It never sticks out as being
I
so
just lost.
desperate to get a laugh from the audience.
I love a
but rather
level that
used to
doesn't have
remind us that
checkpoints,
no
and
matter
every
how
time you
fucking
fuck
dope
up
Tony
once,
Stark is,
no matter how
what
small the
insane
fuck up,
creation
you
he
have to
builds
start
in a
the
super cool
entire level
montage,
back
he's
at the
still
very
just a
beginning.
human being who is struggling to figure all this out just like we would.
Just before you realize Just before you learn
blessing
where
of
the
an
mistake was
origin
made,
movie is
back to the
spending
beginning.
time on the smaller things that will be taken for granted in future installments, like this. How fucking amazing is that? That's the first time we ever saw Iron Man. Silver Iron Man, but still the Iron Man. Favreau knows how important this moment is. He knows that it'll be instantly iconic, and he knows not to rush over it.
I think just the feeling of flying for the first time in a movie like this, if you handle it right, should give you chills. Just seeing him fly, really feeling like you're flying with him. If you cover it the right way, shoot it the right way, present it to the audience in the right way, it should be an emotional experience. What's it really like? What would it really be like to get in a suit that could fly? It would be a life-changing experience. Don't lose sight of that. You're making a movie, and movies are about emotion. They're about allowing the audience to experience something they can't in real life, but let them experience it in a real way.
We rode in the Batmobile with Batman, we swung with Spider-Man, and now we are flying with Iron Man. I can't overstate how genius of an idea it was to be able to get a close-up of Tony's face while he was in the suit. You never lose Robert Downey Jr. and you never lose the character of Tony Stark. It allows moments like flying, like the action bits, to feel even more real. In fact, this entire movie has a sense of realness, not just in the storytelling, but in the way the film was made. From the free-flowing cinematography by Matthew Libatique to the choice of using real sets with dynamic lighting
mission
setups
hurts
instead
my
of a
hands,
green
and I
screen
keep
backdrop
making
to the stunning,
mistakes.
gorgeous practical armors built by Stan Winston Studios. All of these decisions behind the camera make Iron Man feel like it was crafted by hand, constructed, built in a cave.
With a box of scraps!
I was shocked to find out just how much of this film was done practically. Of course, there are some scenes, some bits of action, and some parts of Tony's armor that you could never pull off without the aid of CGI, but watching the behind the scenes and realizing that they built armors that could do this, or this, or this, realizing that they shot during a sandstorm, realizing they really blew all this shit up, realizing that they really had stuntmen and Downey on wires zooming around doing crazy shit like this. Realizing all of that reminded me just how much Marvel's way of making movies has changed. I'm not discrediting all the hard work the thousands of extremely talented VFX artists do on these movies, but I will personally always be more invested in the story if the world it takes place in feels this tangible, feels this built, feels this real. Now, all of that craftsmanship is insanely fucking cool, but none of that would really matter if the movie wasn't meaningful, if Iron Man didn't have the weight it has. Let me ask you a question. You can go down in the comments and answer it. I'm genuinely curious. When does Tony become Iron Man to you? What exact moment in the film made you think, this douchebag has grown, he is now Iron Man, he is now a hero? Some of you might say as soon as he leaves the cave and destroys his weapons. Some might say it's when he fully embraces that identity in the final seconds of the film. Others might argue it's when he puts on the Mark III for the first time. Now, I don't think any of those are wrong. Honestly, they're all extremely valid. But to me, Tony Stark has always become Iron Man right before that Mark III suit up. Right after he finds out that shutting down the weapons division wasn't enough.
Violence has been attributed to a group of foreign fighters referred to by locals as the 10 Rings. As you can see, these men are heavily armed and on a mission.
He starts blasting shit. He's fed up. The need to take responsibility and do something is overwhelming him. And it's in this moment, right here, right when he looks at himself, looks at what he has done with his entire life, hearing what the Stark legacy really is, being overwhelmed with such disgust and regret at the sight of the great Tony Stark. Tony Stark, the narcissist. Tony Stark, the playboy. Tony Stark, the merchant of death. It's only then, only after he destroys his reflection, only after he destroys that image of himself, that Tony Stark can truly become Iron Man. And Iron Man goes and kills all these asshats, walks away from an explosion, destroys the rest of his weapons, rights the wrongs of Stark Industries and of Tony Stark. He returns home and we get this powerful line that acts as the perfect period on this long sentence of a character arc.
I shouldn't be alive. Unless it was for a reason. I'm not crazy, Pepper. I just finally know what I have to do. And I know in my heart that it's right.
Most people say the worst part about Iron Man is its third act, and I think there is a major reason why. Tony is pretty much done growing, and you could pretty much end the movie here, and we would have a seriously great, complete, and thoughtful story about one man's journey to be better. But this is a superhero movie, and superhero movies need to have a villain for the hero to punch and blow shit up with. A lot of people don't like my bald baby boy Obadiah Stane, and I can see why. He ain't that deep, he ain't complex, sympathetic, layered, and my least favorite part of the film is the standard smaller Iron Dude fights bigger, badder Iron Dude. But I also think Stane helps serve Tony's growth. He helps support the idea that Tony must destroy his ironmongering past in order to fully become Iron Man.
We're ironmongers. We make weapons.
My name on the side of the building.
And what we do keeps the world from falling into chaos.
Not based on what I saw.
Stane ordered the hit on Tony. He indirectly caused the journey that would make him a hero. I wish the movie focused in on that more, gave Jeff Bridges more to do, made the idea that he is what Tony could become if he gave into his selfishness and ego. They hint at it a little, but a little bit more would have been nice. Iron Man's third act is pretty much about driving the point of the first two acts home. The action is fine and dandy, but now that Tony has finished growing, we get to see his new self in action. What does he prioritize? The safety of the innocent or his father's and company's legacy? I think the answer to that question is clear, not only because Tony destroys the original arc reactor, killing his mentor, sort of father figure, business partner in the process while making the sacrifice play. Push it! Something that he will do time and time again, but let's rewind for a second. Back to when Stane takes Tony's new arc reactor. Tony is about to die. He looks like death, probably feels even worse, but what saves him? It wasn't his money that saved him. It wasn't Stane. It wasn't anything to do with his enormous amount of power, control, or wealth. It was his relationship with Pepper. It was the effort he put into building and caring for Dummy. It was his friendship with Rhodey.
Oh
it was
my
his
God, this
humanity,
mission
his
is from
kindness, the
hell.
things and people he took for
I hate
granted.
this
It was his
mission.
heart that saved his life. There's something so subtle yet so powerful about him using that arc reactor to fight Stane, save the woman he loves, save the innocent, and save the day. And finally, because of all this, because of the last 1 hour and 56 minutes, this ending just isn't one of the coolest, most iconic endings of all time, but the final answer to the film's overarching question. Who is Tony Stark? Is he the man who indirectly got these soldiers killed? Is he the womanizing douchebag who lets everyone meaningful in his life down by being entirely self-absorbed? Is he the man who can justify all his wrongdoings? Is he truly the merchant of death?
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Iron Man is one of the most rewatchable movies I've ever seen.
Wow,
it's
just like that.
engaging, funny, fast-paced, visually a blast, but what matters is that it has this heart to it, this complexity, this realness underneath all the fireworks.
There are two ways to go. One is just to create a spectacle that people could, munch popcorn and ogle at and enjoy, and that certainly is a lucrative proposition. But as a filmmaker who's going to be working on this thing for 2 years and possibly other films to come, it's important for me to have an aspect to it that I could really buy into beyond just, being just a treat for the audience. You also want to do something where you're telling a story and maybe speaking to something and going for something a little bit more.
Without that mentality, without the heart the film has and Tony Stark grew to have, I don't know if it would have been the critical and financial hit that it was. I don't know if we would have gotten 22 more movies in this Infinity Saga. Everyone involved in the making of Iron Man seemingly had a blast, from Kevin Feige to Jon Favreau to Robert Downey Jr. to Stan Lee.
Who's the best director of any Marvel movie?
Well, not only the best, but as far as I'm concerned, Jon Favreau is the only director. Unless some other director gets me a half a dozen pretty good.
But none of them knew what would happen. None of them knew that they were changing the course of superhero movies and blockbuster filmmaking in general. None of them had any idea the lasting impact and legacy Iron Man would have.
I know that I'm proud of it. I know that we've done everything we can. It built from like a small little grassroots thing into something where people are anticipating it. And now it's being spoken of in the same breath as like Batman and Indiana Jones. I mean, we weren't part of that conversation when we started off. We were like an unknown quantity. But I do feel confident going in, and I get the suspicion that I'll be doing more of these, and
stupid fucking thing.
It could potentially change the, the nature of my whole
I'm gonna
life.
I'm gonna look up a how-to for this.
Laying there buried waist deep in all this gear, and I just remember I was inside the helmet, and I just had this great moment of gratitude to kind of the elements and what a privilege it was to be able to be there playing this guy with the caliber of people I was working with. I just said, wow, man, what a cool deal. What a cool suit, what a great crew, what a blast. Tony Stark.
And that's the true insanity of Iron Man. A movie that didn't have a finished script, a movie that was essentially a $140 million independent film, a movie that not only spawned an entire cinematic universe, but introduced us to who would become one of the most beloved fictional characters of all time.
I mean, how amazing is that? For the rest of your life, you are
Alright. Well, I don't have to go in quite as hard. Alright, I love this guy's content, but what I'm going to do is I am going to swap to another video. Be particularly careful in the narrow tunnels towards the end. You have plenty of time to score an A. That's the thing I have to keep reminding myself. Like, the time to beat this mission on the first one is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. But the fourth mission is 3 minutes and 45. So, I have to keep saying I have a lot of leg room. Like, I have a lot more leg room. Okay, you know what? Whee! Wow, 2 seconds and already. No thanks. It's like, I almost kind of want to bring back the fucking VHS Blockbuster playlist. Alright, let me see. What's a fun video? You know what? I was on Hell's Kitchen, or I was watching Hell's Kitchen earlier, so what I'll do is I will watch season 3. We'll just watch Hell's Kitchen. I'll watch the 3rd season because this is like one of my favorite seasons of the show. Alright.
And now, some quiet time with Chef Ramsay.
In the past,
I've sometimes been known to lose my temper, but this time round, things are gonna be a lot different.
Are you mad? I've had enough now!
The competing chefs will not make idiotic mistakes.
We're allowing a fried egg to screw the kitchen.
And most importantly, I will not scream.
Can we have the two main courses together?
I will not swear.
I'm fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. And you're fucked.
Oh, come on.
Man.
Who am I trying to kid here?
For the last 2 years, Chef Ramsay has put aspiring chefs through a trial by fire.
Get off! This is painful! Get out! Out!
And 2 careers were launched. Season 1 winner, Michael, is the executive chef of his restaurant, Tattoo, in Los Angeles.
Owning this restaurant's a dream come true, and I owe it all to Hell's Kitchen.
Season 2 winner, Heather, is leading the brigade at her restaurant, Terra Rosa, at the Red Rock Resort and Casino in Las Vegas.
I never would have dreamed I'd be working in a place like this.
This year, tens of thousands of aspiring chefs
Hell's Kitchen, it's time to wake up!
applied for a shot at their opportunity of a lifetime.
Please pick me.
Why wouldn't you want to watch me?
12 hopefuls made the final cut.
I'm going to go in and kick ass.
I know my shit. When Chef Ramsay opens those doors, it's on.
But only one of them will run a multi-million-dollar restaurant in the luxurious Green Valley Ranch Resort.
Same trick as before. I'm not gonna catch that balloon.
Whole life.
Okay, guys, let's go, yeah?
This year, the competition
That's just fucking stupid.
Fire me!
is more intense than ever before.
This fucking bullshit right here.
Smart girl. She'll do what she can to make me look bad.
Why are you pushing me?
Yeah, we're gonna get bitchy.
Being Hitler doesn't make yourself a strong leader.
It's gonna be nasty.
Oh my god, I thought I missed it.
And Chef Ramsay will put them to the test.
Bring it on!
And yep, there it goes. Yep. Fucking zigzag.
Some of the chefs will have the
You pretty much have to go in at just the right angle.
while others will wish they'd never been born.
Pass it over!
He makes me want to pee my pants because he's scary.
Listen to me, you shut the fuck up.
He knows what he wants his customers to eat.
You wouldn't even serve it to a fucking pig! Can someone tell me what that shit is? You should be fucking embarrassed.
I'm not gonna walk away. It's not acceptable.
And when Chef Ramsay pushes one chef too far,
You're unbelievably shit!
He doesn't know when to shut his mouth.
Chef Ramsay is going to have a huge problem.
the tables are turned.
I'm pissed off.
Chef Ramsay needs to know what's in store for him tonight. I'm scared.
And someone pays the price.
What are you doing? No, stop. Medic!
Oh my god.
Can you help? Don't die on me now, please.
This year's Hell's Kitchen is unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Welcome to hell.
And now, the saga of Hell's Kitchen continues.
You think the chef's as crazy as
Time to keep trying
Yep.
and
Emotionally,
trying
I'm a nervous wreck.
and trying.
Every chef I've ever trained under has been insane. Now, Chef Ramsay brings it to another level. He's nuts.
Oh, Tiffany. She roasts the short order cook only to go home first.
I'm definitely here for my wife and my kids to lay a foundation for them for tomorrow. So I'm going to win.
Hell's Kitchen has been completely redesigned. But this new crop of chefs arrive with the same hopes and dreams as those who have come before them.
I'm from a small town.
Getting like a really good head start
People like us every day.
is gonna make getting through the area a lot more carefully, or getting through the zigzags more carefully, much easier.
I was destined to do.
But just like setting up for that one, setting up like that is so difficult.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jean-Philippe. I'm the maître d' here, Hell's Kitchen. Gather round. Welcome. I started in '94 working for Chef Ramsay. I mean, his first restaurant. Was young and I wanted to see the world. We were in Dubai. It was very hard.
Jean-Philippe! Cut the crap, will you, yeah? Welcome to Hell's Kitchen. Now,
Yep, let's
stop
go with the A
standing
button.
there staring at me. Get in that kitchen and cook me your signature dish.
Alright, I'm gonna play it safe. That's it. I keep trying to get it done one way, but it just doesn't work.
In just a few minutes,
And I just got a game
chefs
over
will present
anyway.
Their signature dishes to Chef Ramsay. And they know it's not wise to get on his bad side.
Hot, very hot. Do we have any bowls over here?
Okay, plate your dishes, yes? 30 seconds to go.
Yes, chef.
Down, hot, hot.
Does anybody have white pepper?
Time. Your signature dishes tell me a lot about you. This is you on a plate.
Having to do this once is bad enough. Having to do this twice
What is the dish?
is absolute torture.
Pink snapper?
Where in the fuck's the snapper?
Like, I guarantee you that after I finish this, I will never do a 180 emblem run of Sonic Adventure 2 ever again. Unless it's like on Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 where I can get an achievement or trophy for it, I am never doing this again on GameCube. Alright.
Now you want to fucking argue. Back in line.
I think he looked at me and said that this guy is really confident, and I think that intimidated him.
What a fucking jerk. Whose is this?
Mine, Chef.
Damn it!
I'll flirt. I'll manipulate.
Flew right
I'll
into
be
the
able to
wall.
Get what I want out of Chef Ramsay.
Can you cook?
Of course I can.
Okay. And what's the dish?
Parmesan crusted chicken with a whole wheat spaghetti.
And what's with the aperitif?
The drink is a raspberry Bellini.
Take a drink.
Okay.
There we are.
Yep. So at least the drink's good.
What have you done to that? The chicken's dry. Salty, salty, dry. Take your drink back, thank you. Wow. Whose is that?
That's mine, Chef.
Right, first name.
Rock.
Explain the dish, please.
As a pan-seared scallops with potato gnocchi.
Wow. I'm excited you had time to make gnocchi.
I didn't have time to make it. It was frozen.
Ooh.
You served me frozen gnocchi. Could have been a mind-blowing dish, that. I like the idea, but the execution sucked.
Frozen gnocchi. It was a huge no-no. It was a big mistake. I just didn't execute my own freaking signature dish well.
Back in line.
Well, there you go. Yeah, this is why Rock's one of my favorite winners in Hell's Kitchen.
Whose is this?
Food is sex. And everybody likes sex and everybody likes food. And I want to make people feel like they just had great sex.
Unfortunately, it's raw. Raw foie gras. Take that. There you go.
That foie gras was goddamn perfect.
That is way, way, way too salty, my man.
Okay, I'll give him. It was a little salty.
Back in line.
Chef.
Whose is this?
Mine, Chef.
Come forward, please.
He makes me want to pee my pants because he's scary. I feel like I'm just gonna pass out.
So just tell me what it is on the
Dead.
plate.
Gone.
Call
Just
it my
dead.
contemporary cheese.
Dead once again.
Let's start from here and work up there, shall
It
we?
actually goes the other way.
It goes the other way?
Yes.
Oh, so I've got to start from there and work my way down there. That's going to be a big difference in terms of what I'm eating, right?
Yes.
There's a first for everything. Okay. Ooh, different. So you're pretty new at this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Damn.
Back in line.
I think I'll forever have nightmares about Gordon Ramsay now. But yeah, he's still kind of hot.
Oh, fuck me. Whose is this dish?
New chef. My name is Eddie, and I'm 5'2", born with kidney disease, stunts your growth.
How old are you?
28 years old, chef.
28.
Yes, sir.
How come I look wrinkled and fucked and you look so angelic?
That is such a compliment.
What can I say?
Explain me the dish.
It's Parmesan crusted sea scallops with the vermouth cream sauce.
It's not that I don't trust you. I just want somebody else to try this.
Understand, chef?
Let's go there. We've got 2 scallop dishes. Who made this one?
That's mine, chef.
Come forward. And what'd you do?
I did a scallop terrine with prosciutto and a little bit of vanilla lemon creme.
Do something for me right now. Taste your competition. What's your experience from that?
I think it was cooked right.
Scallops were cooked just right.
You sure?
And you can't be honest and tell me the truth on that one. I'm not very happy. That is raw. Eddie?
Yes, chef.
Let's go. What do you think?
I think it's a nice dish, but the vanilla sort of ruins it for me.
That's the most sensible thing I've heard all day. So you must have an amazing little palate tucked behind there. Both of you made scallops, and they are both way under par. Back in line.
Yes, sir.
Man, no one's made anything good today.
Not good so far. Oh, fuck me. Whose dish is that? Whose is this?
The pressure becomes more than one contestant can bear.
The pressure mounted. I just started feeling weak, like flushed from my face.
Come down, please.
Sorry.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what's the dish?
It's a vanilla crepe with caramelized peaches.
And why is the pancake so thick? Fuck me. There's so much alcohol in there. What did you put in there?
Peach schnapps.
How much did you put in there?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
And just like
I
that.
do feel drunk.
Of
Back in
course.
line. Oh, dear. Whose is this?
Mine, chef.
Wow.
People always judge me when I walk in a kitchen by my looks. As soon as I get in the kitchen and I do my thing, there's never any questioning usually after that.
Okay, what is it?
It's pepper-crusted steak and just roasted asparagus.
Is this going to be the first dish that I think is somewhat...
I sure hope so.
Because right now I'm having a tough time, you know that?
I know.
Finally, I've tasted something delicious. 3 or 4 things on a plate, steak cooked perfectly.
I'm so happy you think so.
Thank God for coming this morning. Back in line. Let's do 2 dishes both together, shall we? Oh, dear. Whose is that?
Mine. I'm a short order cook. I haven't been to culinary art school, but I think I have a great
I have
chance
so
to
much
win
respect for
because
Julia, though.
I'm open to learning.
Keep in mind, she works at a Waffle House,
Chicken fried chicken
and she came
fillet.
to Hell's Kitchen. That is respect right there.
First name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Talk to me truthfully.
And now my cat wants to come back in.
Very peppery, sir.
I'm disappointed because the chicken is delicious. And yet it's spoiled by all that pepper. What a shame.
What a shame.
Tiffany, what is that?
If there's anyone who I hoped would have won besides Rock, it probably would have been Julia.
Yeah, shall we, yeah?
Just imagine the break of her life she would have had, winning a restaurant and a $250,000 salary.
Did you order that in a restaurant?
If there's anyone who would have deserved it besides Rock, it would have been her.
I think the seafood's cooked perfectly.
Thank you, chef.
Back in line, both of you.
Very few of the chefs have impressed Chef Ramsay with their dishes. Now, it's down to the final chef.
Oh, fuck me. Whose is this?
It's me, chef.
And where's your horse?
I left him parked outside, chef.
I've never met an Asian cowboy.
I knew I shouldn't have worn this outfit.
You are one chunky monkey, aren't you?
Yes, chef.
What is it?
It's finger food, chef, so...
How big are your fucking fingers?
I have big hands.
This is nice. Just throw all that away. Your biggest problem is you don't know when to stop.
My plate was full, but heck, I would have eaten all the food on the plate.
Back in line.
Thank you, chef.
To be honest with all of you, I'm very disappointed what I've just tasted. I need you to really, seriously up your game. The winner of Hell's Kitchen has an opportunity of a lifetime to become the head chef of your very own restaurant. Starting with a $250,000 salary, plus a share in the profits of a multi-million-dollar restaurant at the luxurious Green Valley Ranch Resort in Las Vegas. It doesn't get any better than that.
That's a phenomenal prize. I mean, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and the last thing I want to do is, you know, fuck it up.
Now, the blue team will be all men, and the red team will be all women.
Oh.
These are my sous chefs, Marianne and Scott. Listen to them. One more thing. Hell's Kitchen opens tomorrow. Get back to the dorms, get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow, you've got a long day ahead of you. Let's go.
The teams may be competing against each other, but the men and women will be sharing this living space just upstairs from Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Bring it in for blue.
Go blue.
It is the most important thing for the blue team to come together and smack the crap out of the girls. They're doomed. They're doomed.
We're not gonna beat the, we're gonna beat the
Damn
shit
it.
out of
Women have a way to be able to work together.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Don't start
I
the
missed
back
the
end
A rank.
until after tonight.
Until after we eliminate the boys.
I missed the A rank.
So, if we're not working together as
It's like I overcompensated.
I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night, guys.
And this is why I try to have as good a head start as possible. Because I have to overcompensate on that last turn.
Let's go.
I threw on my brand new jacket and my shoes for cruise. Hey, let's go, guys. I ran downstairs with my team.
With the first dinner service just hours away, both teams must prepare a menu of 15 items requiring over 300 ingredients. And of course, everything must meet Chef Ramsay's exacting standards.
Guys, let's go. Double time.
I'm gonna go find some paper and we're gonna make a list.
All right.
I'm trying to build a team up, you know, and we're all working together.
Brad takes the lead in the blue kitchen. Meanwhile, the red team won't give their short order cook the time of day.
You need help doing anything. What meals are y'all working on? Nobody is talking. Who knows? I don't know. All I'm trying to do is get people to communicate with me. So I'm just gonna keep talking to them until they talk to me. I mean, if somebody can tell me anything.
Okay, guys, I need you guys to talk to each other.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
While the red team leaves Julia behind, in the blue kitchen, Aaron is struggling to catch up.
Shoot. Can somebody come and help me with my ice cream over here? I'm really stressed right now. I'm pretty scared of everything, actually.
Is eggs in this?
Yes, it's already in here.
You can't temper like that. That's not gonna work.
The guys pitch in to help Aaron, as the women display their own version of teamwork.
I'll do all the chopping. You work on the crepes. Let her do the risotto and be through with it. I just took over because we needed somebody to take over. What are you doing with the risotto?
Parboiling it.
No, this is not how you do it. This is not how
you
it was done
parboil it
yesterday.
first.
Risotto, you don't even add that much liquid to begin with.
Joanna got a big old piece of attitude. I just wanted to go up and hit her.
If you don't know what you're doing, just ask somebody.
Wow, I'm just completely
The
ended
whole
it.
kitchen
Ended
has
my run,
flames,
just like that.
And I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Something is burning.
God, how long have I been on this mission? How long? It's like I've been on this stream for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I'm still on the first fucking
Come
level.
over. Ladies, let's go.
With the first dinner service only minutes away,
God, this is
and hungry customers
torture.
lining up out front, Chef Ramsay gathers the teams for a pep talk.
Big night. How are we feeling?
Good, Chef.
Julia, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling like there is absolutely no communication going on in this kitchen.
Is that right, Tiffany?
I feel like we have pretty good communication.
Wow.
I do agree with Julia, but I'm definitely not gonna back up what she's saying. I'm gonna appear to be confident, even if I know that we're not ready.
With the red team in shambles,
Oh my
Chef
god.
Ramsay
Yeah,
turns
you
to
never
the
should. You
blue
should
team
never
for
do
some
things like
reassurance.
that. Honesty is always important in the kitchen. See? Even Aaron gets it.
Keep it together. For God's sake, man.
I don't know what's going on.
Now you're making me feel nervous.
Oh my god.
With this level of incompetence, you know that.
Not too good. Not too good.
Stop fucking crying. Stop. Stop! You want to go and lie down in the dorm?
No, sir. I'm fine, Chef. I apologize. I'm fine.
You can do it.
Yes, sir.
Good man. Now, I want to see some strength tonight.
Okay.
I want to see some form of bond. Togetherness. Are we ready?
Yes,
Man, that is one of the hardest starts
Open
in the history of
the
Hell's
doors to
Kitchen.
A table for tonight's reopening is the hottest ticket in Los Angeles.
Cheers. Start with the scallops, please.
I'll have the pea risotto.
The only question now is whether this new staff can meet the world-class chef's demand for excellence.
Bonnie, I need a pastry brush.
Right here, babe. Clean.
Thank you.
Aaron? Yes, sir.
You straight?
Yeah, I'm okay.
God, this fucking mission. This fucking mission. I feel like I can't do it.
Table 41. 1 longestine, 1 spaghetti, 2 scallops. Entree, 2 turbot, 2 venison.
Yes, Chef.
Thank you. Let's go.
What is this for?
Risotto.
Garlic goes in last, y'all. It's gonna make that shit taste bitter. I teach these people this shit every day.
Okay, all right.
The shallot's
I
going first.
hear you. I hear you, Joanna. She's there, like, doing this in my face, and I'm like,
Why are we arguing?
I know the recipe differently, and she's telling me to change it.
But why are we arguing amongst ourselves on a night like tonight?
We won't be anymore.
Come on, guys. Come on. We can do this. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Look at these quail
Couldn't
eggs.
this one level have
Plastic silicon
checkpoints?
implant. Fucking bin them. Get rid of them.
Any checkpoints at all? Like,
Guys, we can't lose it over 1 star.
why
We can do
are
this.
checkpoints such an overlooked thing in this one level?
Keep chopping apples. That would be awesome.
This is like the one level that fucking needs it more than anything
You
else.
don't cut the eggs. If it's one thing that I know I can do is cook eggs. Gonna burn them
Like, cause
eggs.
this is mission 54 in Sonic Adventure all over again.
Control in the red kitchen. The men are relying on Vinny to get them off to a good start.
Vinny, are we ready with the first table?
Right here, Chef.
Good, let's go, big boy. Spaghetti overcooked. Oh dear. Vinny, your pasta is like glue. It's paste.
He's standing there and he's yelling at you, and his wrinkles is all he starts to look like a Sharpay.
Try a little bit harder.
And his steam and his emotions are coming out.
This is absolute rubbish. Get it in the fucking bin.
But then he uses a word like rubbish.
Vinny, is that really funny?
You gotta bite your tongue and start to laugh, because use a word that I understand.
Can you get a grip and just give me something? Is that possible?
Yes, Chef.
I'm gonna fucking lose my
Man,
rag in a minute.
Vinny.
Start again.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do.
No appetizers leaving the
I'm giving up on this mission. I am not gonna spend the entire night on one level. I'm going to play other levels. I am going to make progress tonight. Whether this game wants me to make any or not, I am going to make fucking progress.
From cooking. Come on, ladies.
I've done been over there 3 times trying to help with them eggs. I don't understand how I can be needed nowhere, but still nothing is getting done. So it seems to me like I would be needed somewhere.
Bonnie,
Yes, Chef.
I think you should help cooking a quail egg, yes?
Yes, Chef. Who needs help doing the eggs?
Do you want me to do the eggs? I do, obviously.
I need to get a grip. My hands were just like this. I couldn't concentrate. Fucking grip, Bonnie.
I lost it.
I broke the fucking yolks.
Come on, please. I can't. I don't know where to go now. I've had some tough nights in my life, but not over a fucking fried egg.
Jesus, help us all.
1 hour into the first dinner service, not a single plate of food has left either kitchen.
Can you check on our appetizers? It's been an hour.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Things are getting ugly in the dining room. Back in the blue kitchen, Vinny is still trying to get out his first appetizer.
Hey, look at that! I just got the flame ring. Didn't even think about that.
2 scallops, yes? Hey, just come here, you. You're putting water in the risotto.
Chef, I put water in risotto. We don't have any other stock.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, stock is made of water, and vegetables are made of water. No harm, no foul. That's all we have.
It tastes like gnat's piss. Stop it. Look at me now, okay? Get off the section. Brad, hey, get on there. Get your ass on there. And stay on there.
It was a relief when
Yeah,
Chef
so go there
Ramsay
and
put me on
stay there.
appetizers because the app station was going down. It was going down big time.
And correct the seasoning, please, yes?
Yes, Chef.
Vinny.
Yes, Chef.
Wash up.
With Brad on appetizers, things may be looking up.
Look,
for the
Vinny
blue team.
fucking deserves that.
Over in the red kitchen, teamwork continues to be a challenge.
Can we not just cook the eggs quickly? Tiffany, this now's on the border of sinking the ship. Just cook your fucking ass.
Under
now.
1 minute and
Let's sort it
20
out.
seconds.
Thank you.
Do you want me to do those?
And
No.
I got fucking
I
caught.
don't understand if everybody keeps burning the eggs, why, and breaking them, why I can't do
fair
them.
enough. Because
I
we're
know,
not ready
but
to-
I'm
I'll
saying
tell you when
do
we're-
them over there.
Okay, I'll tell you when
Why
we're-
are you pushing me?
Please don't do this to me now. I'm just under 2 minutes stress.
Okay, I understand. I'm trying to help you.
Okay, thank you.
She was freaking out over me making eggs, and she couldn't see it like I was trying to help her.
Can you see what I'm faced with? Why are you crying? What's the matter?
I just want to help.
You want to help? Julia, come here. All I want is some food.
I understand that, and all I'm trying to do is help you get food. They act like I can't do nothing, and they're not getting nothing produced.
When Julia came up and said, started bawling and saying, "Oh, they won't let me fry an egg," it's like, don't pull out the whole team because you want your 2 minutes in the spotlight.
What is going on?
I am trying to help her with her eggs, but she don't want to let me take them.
There you go, easy A.
There's more
Yes.
arguing going on
Yes.
than there is cooking. You're coming off the section.
Okay.
Melissa, get on the appetizers.
There we go.
You cook the fucking quail egg, and can we just work as a little bit of a team? Right now, put it to bed and fucking concentrate.
Yes, Chef.
While the red team
Alright,
tries to
so
pull
now we
itself
got. Oh, wait,
together,
no,
the blue
we
team
can't do
has served
Find the Lost
29
Chow yet.
50 appetizers.
Never
and
mind.
seems to be hitting its stride.
Brad, nice risotto.
Yes, Chef.
We gotta find the Mystic Melody, so let's go ahead and look for that, shall we?
Vinny,
Yes, Chef.
happy?
Doing my best, Chef.
Vinny's just peaked in life. Fucking dishwasher.
Vinny's peaked in life, a fucking dishwasher.
Let's go.
Yep. He,
It's hot, Chef.
he sure has peaked.
Hallelujah.
What? Huh? What's he done to that?
Aaron, why is it all black on the bottom? What is all that?
I guess that's the maple syrup, sir.
Another one, please, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Feeling pretty dang useless, pretty puny today. Haven't been able to do anything right yet. I have to redo the chicken. It's going to be another 2 minutes.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
would you mind just wiping the snot off your fucking face before we serve chicken and snot?
Yes, sir.
The blue kitchen has had a setback. But in the red kitchen, with Julia successfully cooking eggs
Okay, so we have a scallop, a pasta.
and Melissa taking charge,
You do the egg.
17 appetizers have gone out. Melissa may be pushing the appetizers out,
This one's perfect.
but she's also pushing everyone's buttons.
Telling you it's
we have got
overcooked.
to get this shit. We have got to get this shit.
Doesn't
on the plate.
matter. It's overcooked. He's gonna throw it back at you. If you're not gonna listen to the person in charge, when the chef puts them in charge, what's the point?
Melissa, I have been cooking the same shit for the last.
She's the
8
only one
courses.
that's produced a good item, Melissa.
cook, and it's the only spaghetti that's done. Melissa screwed up my spaghetti. I'm good at what I'm doing, or at least I'm doing a good enough job so that Chef Ramsay isn't throwing shit back in our fucking faces. You want to do it? How many of
No, I don't want to do it now.
Ladies, can we stop arguing, yeah?
While it's total chaos in the red kitchen, in the blue kitchen, the retirement home chef seems to be feeling all of his 48 years.
Oh, fuck. I'd like to see Aaron get better. Oh, fuck. Get better at cooking.
God, I'm busy right now. I'll be back in 5, gentlemen.
He just gave up. I would never walk off the line short of being punched in the face. Finish your night.
You've gone white.
Chef, I don't want to quit because of me. I don't want to quit because of any I don't want to quit because of the guys in there that are trying so hard. Everybody's trying really hard.
Relax.
With Aaron taking early retirement from the meat station, Josh jumps in and tries to save the day.
2 minutes. Eddie, are you okay for 2 minutes on that?
Yes.
Good?
Let's do it. 2 minutes, guys.
Come on, guys.
No
let's
bickering.
go.
Let's do it. 2 minutes.
Push it.
I was born for this.
Come on, guys.
Unfortunately, I myself walked into the deepest pile of the shit.
Josh,
Yes, chef.
how many portions of chicken are overcooked?
1, 2, 3, 4, and that's all the chicken that we have, chef.
So we've got no chicken
We have no
anywhere.
chicken, chef.
Oh, God.
Right behind you, sis.
Oh, shit.
Is one of those plates spaghetti?
We're gonna be making more spaghetti, guys.
Please let me do this because that shit was fucked up because I'm sitting up here letting you do this
Oh,
shit.
I see where it is. Okay.
We don't have any fucking chicken. We don't have any more Wellingtons. We don't have any fucking lettuce. We haven't served any food. How can we be out of anything?
Your tables are now getting up, pissed off, and leaving. Nothing's getting done.
Eddie, throw those out. They're gonna taste like fucking lighter foot.
People fucking me up right now.
Marianne, are they arguing again?
Yes, Chef, they are.
Come here. Shut it down. Forget it. Service. We're shutting it down.
Kitchen is closed.
Well, looks like I'm just gonna leave with just the item. Just the upgrade. Nothing else. Okay.
After a disappointing performance from both kitchens, Chef Ramsay faces a difficult decision, choosing a winning team.
Mystic Melody is not optional. You absolutely need it just to get the emblems. So,
Ladies, I've never seen girls bitch so much.
All right.
Shallot's going in first.
I hear you.
Shallot's going
I
first.
hear you, Joanna.
It was just evil and twisted. Hell's bitches. Vinny, 60 minutes without any appetizers. It tastes like gnat's piss. What have you got to say?
I didn't know what you wanted. You didn't want to show me. So what did you want me to do?
You two-faced, lazy little fucker.
Lazy.
All I could think to myself was, please shut up. Who are you talking to? Are you serious? I couldn't believe it.
What do you want me to do? Wipe your ass? Aaron.
just dead.
Feeling a lot better, thank you, chef.
Let's be honest. There was definitely no winners in Hell's Kitchen tonight. But tonight, the losing team is the red team. Melissa.
Yes, chef.
Things started to happen when you got on the appetizers. You are the best of the worst. Tonight, I want you to nominate 2 of your team for elimination. So get back to the dorms.
Somebody is losing the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm putting them up on that butcher block. You know, that sucks. So, what do you think?
I think that everybody knows that I've never worked in a kitchen like this before.
Right.
What kind of kitchen do you work in where you have no communication? I really feel like everybody went in that kitchen out for themselves. Well, that's how I feel about the whole situation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With Julia, I really think she was a team player, but going from the Waffle House to a Gordon Ramsay restaurant is a big jump. So what do you think about tonight? Talk to me.
On my behalf, I think only maybe 2 or 3 of my dishes was sent bad.
Oh my god.
We just got a second guess.
After playing Route 280 for 2 hours, I am just ready. I'm just ready to move on to the next game, to be honest with you.
She was just kind of clueless. So it's time for her to go.
But I still want to keep going. I still want to get the emblems in this game.
I know it sucks. I mean, give me a little.
I know it's going to be a lot
you
more
know?
difficult.
I mean,
I know it's going to be tough, but
You're not going home.
No.
it's okay.
No way.
If I was you, I would nominate Julia tonight.
Definitely.
it has to be Julie. She works at the fucking Waffle House. I mean, come on.
Tonight, the men rest easy, knowing that they're safe. Now, the women are about to learn which 2 of them will be nominated by Melissa for elimination.
Melissa, have you made your decision?
Yes, Chef.
Who's your first nominee and why?
My first nominee is Joanna, because the way we worked together, the way she went about communicating with me.
Thank you, Melissa. Second nominee and why?
My second nominee is Tiffany.
I don't want to go home.
You're not going home.
No.
Oh, yes, she is.
No way.
Yes, she be going home.
Because of how long the appetizers took to get out.
Thank you, Melissa. Tiffany, Joanna, step forward, please. Tiffany, is that the best you can do?
No, Chef. I mean, I think I'm capable of more than what was produced tonight. If I could have performed better, of course. But, I mean, I respect your decision.
Joanna,
Yeah, Chef.
why should you stay in Hell's Kitchen?
I did excellent teamwork. I basically helped my team as much as possible. And originally when Tiffany was on the starter station, nothing was coming out.
All right, this is the right
This is
way.
not an easy decision.
I teach these people this shit every day.
Okay, all right.
Challenge
I
plan first.
hear you.
Who cooked these quail's eggs?
I did, Chef.
Just that there. It's like a plastic silicone implant. Fucking bin them. Get rid of them. The person leaving Hell's Kitchen tonight is Tiffany. You've got to go. Take your jacket off. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
I had no idea it was going to be this intense. I don't want to go home. Nobody wants to go home, but if he was choosing people on heart, he absolutely made the right decision tonight.
Let me just give you a quick message. One of you is going to run a restaurant, and yet you're all wimping around. And if no one's prepared to work your ass off for it, then you're not going to get it.
I'm here to win this competition. It doesn't matter who I've got a fucking bitch over to make me look better.
I dodged a bullet tonight. If I have a positive attitude and my body holds up, I'm hoping for the best.
I think I'm lucky to be here right now, to be honest.
And look at that. I
really
just
hope
bumped
that I can
right
show
into it.
Chef Ramsay that I'm not
Bumped
an
right
idiot.
the fuck into it. No way I'm getting the A rank in
Had
that
your
level
butts
now.
Kicked. You've seen nothing yet. Get some sleep. You're gonna need it. Good night.
Ugh.
Chef.
All right, so that's all of Shadow's abilities.
Work ethic.
So now we get to go to Dry Lagoon.
That was it. Nothing else.
Just so happens that Dry Lagoon also happens to have. Oh, look at that! I can redo the mission and get the A rank on the Wonder Rings challenge.
Is heating up.
We are going to take the boys to school.
The men are desperately trying to keep their team together.
I think I'm gonna call it quits. You're leaving us high and dry is what you're doing there. No, yes, you are.
At dinner, things go from bad to worse.
Get out of my way.
Stop! Pass it over. What is all this in here? Are you a dumb blonde? All of you, taste it. It's way too peppery. It's inedible.
And when one chef makes a disastrous mistake.
How many complaints have you had? All the tables.
Chef Ramsay is left without a choice.
You wouldn't even serve it to a fucking pig! Get out!
All next time on the most shocking Hell's Kitchen ever.
Aaron, one rubbery overcooked thin scallop there, one thick scallop there that's fucking undercooked, yeah? And one scallop there that got cooked 3 weeks ago. Unbelievable. Hey, pig boy, come here, you.
Yes, chef.
Where the fuck are you going?
I'm kind of dizzy right now, chef.
Right,
That's all.
you're dizzy, I'm
Right.
fucked.
Yes, I understand
Hey,
that, chef.
you may have had some fucking failures in your life, but you do not give up.
No, sir.
Yeah, you do not give up. Are you about to walk? Is that
No,
it for you?
I just need some
You're dizzy.
time to... I'm dizzy right now.
Yeah? What are you dizzy over?
I'm just dizzy.
Get outside, fill your lungs up with some fresh air, and come back in 5 minutes. Okay?
I apologize, sir.
Don't worry about that. I'm glad you care. I care about you. Get some fresh air. I'll see you in 5. We have a fucking problem. Stop! We have just served chicken stock in the last 4 vegetarian risottos. I've never, ever, ever witnessed anything so bad in all my life. I hope that those customers that have been served those risottos are not vegetarian. Check right now, and I'm not doing anything more until you tell me. Because if they are, we're fucked. I'm fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. And you're fucked. Don't touch a thing.
Here's what I'll do. This will be easier. God damn.
For the last 2 years, Chef Ramsay has put aspiring chefs through a trial by fire.
Get off! This is painful! Get out! Out!
And 2 careers were launched. Season 1 winner, Michael, is the executive chef of his restaurant, Tattoo, in Los Angeles.
Owning this restaurant's a dream come true, and I owe it all to Hell's Kitchen.
Season 2 winner, Heather, is leading the brigade at her restaurant, Terra Rosa, at the Red Rock Resort and Casino in Las Vegas.
I never would have dreamed I'd be working in a place like this.
This year, tens of thousands of aspiring chefs
Hell's Kitchen, it's time to wake up!
applied for a shot at their opportunity of a lifetime.
Please pick me.
Why wouldn't you want to watch me?
12 hopefuls made the
I
final
swear,
cut.
this is a different episode.
go in and kick
They just
ass.
have the
I know
intro
I know
play
my
over
shit.
twice.
When Chef Ramsay opens those doors, it's on.
But only one of them will run a multi-million-dollar restaurant in the luxurious Green Valley Ranch Resort.
It would change my whole life.
Okay, guys, let's go, yeah?
This year, the competition
That's just fucking stupid.
Fire me!
is more intense
Fire me
than ever
then.
before.
Melissa, I'm not an idiot. I'm a smart girl. She'll do what she can to make me look bad.
There we go. Perfect run.
Doesn't make yourself a strong leader.
It's gonna be nasty.
You need to shut
And we have Mystic Melody, which means we can do the Chow mission here too.
Chef Ramsay will put them to the test.
Now, Rouge doesn't have as many upgrades as Knuckles, so I'm pretty sure I have all of her
Experience
upgrades.
of their lives.
Besides the treasure scope. I think the treasure scope is going to be the only thing left that we need. So,
Pass it over!
He makes me want to pee my pants because he's scary.
Listen to me. You shut the fuck up.
He knows what he's doing.
yeah,
he
I
knows
think
what he
we'll go
wants his
for the
customers to eat.
we'll go for the
You wouldn't even
The
serve it
next
to a
item.
fucking pig!
just go for this one next.
It is. You should be fucking embarrassed.
I'm not gonna walk away. It's not acceptable.
And when Chef Ramsay pushes one chef too far,
You're unbelievably shit.
He doesn't know when to shut his mouth.
Chef Ramsay is gonna have a huge problem.
the tables are turned.
I'm pissed off.
Chef Ramsay needs to know what's in store for him tonight. I'm scared.
And someone pays the price.
What are you doing? No. Stop.
Medic,
Oh my God.
can you help?
Don't die on me now, please.
This year's Hell's Kitchen is unlike anything you've ever seen before.
Welcome to hell.
Oh, I see. You need the Mystic Melody. I'm not even in the right place.
Previously on Hell's Kitchen, 12 aspiring chefs had their first encounter with Chef Ramsay.
Get in that kitchen and cook me your signature dish.
And their first chance to impress him.
Fuck me. What did you put in there? God, fuck. The chicken's dry. Salty, salty, dry. I'm very disappointed what I've just tasted.
Then, moments before Hell's Kitchen opened.
Alright, and that completes all of Bruges'
Keep
upgrade.
it together.
During dinner,
Alright, so the
both
next
kitchens
thing I
had
need
problems cooking.
is...
Get off the section. Vinny's just peaked in life. A fucking dishwasher.
And with each other.
I hear you. Melissa, I have been cooking the same shit.
Alright, Sand Ocean's gonna be the first level I actually need to
We're gonna get bitchy.
get
The
A-ranks on.
infighting proved too much for Julia.
Why are you
Because
crying?
I flunked this
It was the
level. I
worst dinner
flunked this
service
level
in
hard.
Hell's Kitchen history.
This is one of the
Chef
hardest
Ramsay
levels to get
had
an
more
A
than
rank
he
for
could
without the upgrade.
After the shutdown, Vinny had some choice words for Chef Ramsay.
I didn't know what you wanted. You didn't want to show me.
You two-faced, lazy little fucker.
And then, Chef Ramsay turned his attention to the women.
Hell's bitches. It was just evil and twisted.
Finding themselves in the fire, the red team ganged up on
Julia. She works at the fucking Waffle House.
while Melissa had her own nominees.
Joanna? Tiffany?
And Chef Ramsay's decision was...
Tiffany, you've got to go.
And now, the continuation of Hell's Kitchen. After a disastrous first dinner service, the red team is in disarray.
I don't like attitude in the kitchen. I didn't have a good time as soon as abrasive personalities showed themselves. There was really no need for the arguments that were going on. Chef Ramsay said something to us like that we were evil and twisted.
Got him. Alright, the time bonus is going to be...
Evil
The
and
time bonus
twisted.
just
I
from
mean, that's
playing it
harsh.
this way
It's just,
might
it's
be
an
enough for me to
unpleasant
get the
working
A rank
for me.
without any
Tomorrow,
effort. And plus, I know
push that
there's an
shit
upgrade.
out.
I'm just not going to... Yeah, well, never mind. I guess I'm going to get to go for it anyway.
Eliminated tells me.
Never mind.
You're gone 'cause you're the best.
Game just decided I was done gliding.
Ramsay tomorrow.
While the women remain divided, the men are united in their concern for Aaron.
Are you all right, though? Are you sure you're all
Mm.
right?
You've only eaten the apple all
Fucking
day.
I'm
mission.
hungry, though.
You know what you should do? Doesn't
I
matter.
want to be light and I want to be running for you guys. I don't want to be fucking fat and slow. I might be the weakest link in our team. I'm the oldest, and I feel myself getting tired. I don't want to let.
And there we
things
go.
down.
Got Mystic Melody.
I don't
So
wanna let myself get
another
either, so
another run at A
gotta suck
rank.
it up.
Let's go.
After an exhausting first dinner service, everyone is looking forward to a good night's sleep. But in Hell's Kitchen, you don't always get what you want.
All right, everybody, get up! Come on, what are you doing? Put your shirt on, let's... Get up! Today, Josh!
It was fantastic, really. I loved it.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chef.
Good to see you so bright and breezy. Last night was embarrassing. I've never seen so much fish in the bin, scallops in the bin, Wellingtons forgot about. That was thousands of dollars of product last night. You seriously got to understand where food comes from, you know that? Right now, you're all gonna catch your own fish. Follow me? Let's go, all of you.
Awesome! We're gonna be catching fish. I've always wanted to do that.
You guys ready to catch some fish?
Yes, Chef!
Yes? Up we go. Catch. Let's go, Joanna, let's go. Pass us some blow. Catch the fish. Fill up your bucket.
Oh my God. Time to smell like fish.
Organize yourself. Eddie, same size as you. Let's go. Good catch.
It seems like in the world today that people look at little guys like they can't get stuff done. And that's partially why I'm here. You know, show them what I got.
Now, take the buckets through to your respective storerooms. Let's go. Go on, Eddie. That tuna was bigger than Eddie. Let's go.
Here we go.
Fuck.
I'm gonna be so happy by the time I get the Sonic Heroes. Because with Sonic Adventure 2, it's not that the missions are bad, it's that there's just way too fucking many of them. Like, I think that's like part of my problem. There are way too many missions, like 5 per level. 5 per level. There's a bunch of levels total, like...
Sorry, I said a curse word.
So by the time we get to Sonic Heroes, where they cut down the mission total to 2,
Keep it together.
it makes going for A ranks a lot less frustrating. And especially because the only characters with like really specific missions is Team Chaotix.
Aaron's very emotional. He's cracking, and he's cracking hard.
Well, at least the teams are even, aren't they? Right. This is a Dover sole. One of the most expensive fish in the sea today.
Yes, beautiful. No problem. I love working with fish.
We're going to prepare it very carefully. Peel the skin. Take the roe out, and there we have one prepared Dover sole. The team that cleans and prepares the most Dover sole up to my standards will win the challenge. Are you ready? Yes, sir. 30 minutes. Let's go.
Each team
There we
has
go.
30 minutes to properly prepare as
From
many Dover
from an
soles
E
they
rank
can.
to a B rank,
The
just
skin
like
must
that.
be removed without damaging the fish.
Go on, Eddie.
Then they must remove the roe or fish eggs.
Manipulate it.
The team
I think I should have gotten
to prep the most fish
25,000.
wins.
Come on, guys, how we doing? How we doing?
Working on a row.
Yeah, 25,000. That was a couple hundred points under. But how can I blame myself? You know, getting combos in this fucking level's hard. Maybe if I have all the upgrades, that'll be easier.
Remember, quality, not quantity.
Last 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go, yes? Come on.
Guys, we can each get 2 more done.
Check to make sure all your rows out.
Come on, dude.
Come on. Put it in, put it in.
All right, let's look at Iron Gate. Let's see where you get the mission,
10 seconds
or
to
where
go.
you get the thing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
It's the right at the level 2 security door breach. Okay.
Eddie,
Yes, Chef.
2 in half an hour. Let's hope they're perfect. What happened there? Did you pull the skin off with your teeth? We can't serve that. Beautifully skinned there. 1-0. Brad. Yeah. Look at that. There's half the fish missing in there.
Only 2 of Brad's fish were acceptable to Chef Ramsay. Now it's Vinny's turn.
Skin left on the head. Don't give me shit. I didn't stick the skin on the head. Out. 0, Vinny. Rock.
Rock doesn't do much better with only 1.
One good one.
The blue team has only managed to prepare 4 fish up to Chef Ramsay's standards. Now it all comes down to Josh.
Show off. Skinned. Perfectly. 1 in. In. Good. A perfect 1. In. Josh, you're doing very well.
Thank you, Chef.
Good. Very good. 4. 8 to the guys.
Josh has single-handedly doubled his team's score. Now it's up to the women.
Right, Melissa. Row out. Beautiful. In. Row out. In. The skinning is immaculate. In. This is the best skinning so far.
Lock on missile power up. Missile spreads as it
Melissa's
explodes
4
to
perfect
destroy
fish,
enemies
the
in
men
a
are
wider
starting to sweat.
area.
Now the pressure's on
There we
Julia
go.
to
Now I
keep
got
up.
a much better
But Dover
weapon.
sole isn't on the menu at the Waffle House.
I think that people underestimated me because I am a short order cook. I mean, I might not be fine dining, but I belong here.
The row's out.
Yeah.
It's in. I thought that was row. It's skin. It's in.
We got this. We got this. 3 more.
With 3 women remaining, the red team only needs 2 more fish to tie up the score.
Bonnie, semi-butchered, out. That one is lined with roe, out, out, out. 0, Bonnie.
Sorry, guys. It's okay. It's all right. It's all
It's
right.
still 8-6. Men in the lead. Jen, come back to me with something, please. Half the skin left on the fish. Out. Rope everywhere. What a shame. Out, out, out. 0, Jen.
With the red team's
There we
chance for
go.
victory slipping away,
I need to score more combos
Joanna
like that.
is their only hope.
How many have you done, Joanna?
3, Chef.
3. Holy smoke. Bring them down.
I felt like I let my team down. We need all 3 of Joanna's fish to prevail.
8-6. 3 on the table. Beautifully skinned. In. Row. Out. In. 8-8. I cannot believe we're standing in this situation. We want fish to go. That dark line, is that row in there? In.
I wanted to win this challenge more than anything because I was on the chopping block last night. Gordon told me,
All right, let's see
"You
how
gotta
that went."
Get in there and do it.
When you do well,
There we go.
you get a phenomenal reward. I'm going to take you out on the Pacific
Just
for a
like
fantastic fishing excursion and lunch.
Then we got the protection armor, which already got that. Now that I got the laser blaster, I've already got the large cannon, already got Mystic Melody, already have the jet engine. So I have every upgrade, which means I am now prepared to handle every mission in the game.
Inside this restaurant. The next
Ugh. All right, we'll start with Iron Gate. We'll start with Iron Gate. Might as well.
Feel better, sweetie pie. Take care.
Eggman's upgrades are actually pretty nice. So.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Y'all better get good at cleaning that fish because we're gonna bring some back for y'all. Blow y'all. We'll see you.
Is Aaron going with them?
Wow, look at that guy. Just
I need to be
look at all that.
extra careful here, because if I lose my rings, this run is over.
I was gonna be sick.
Maybe if I focus on these guys. Yeah, there we go.
Same size as Eddie.
I'll get more points that way. So it's like whenever I get to the hard mode and I need more points to score.
4 hours.
Oh
of
yeah,
guy's
that's
punishment.
that's
Aaron has
that's
finally
something I like
decided to join his team.
I'm numb, I'm cloudy.
I don't even
head's not
need
together.
points. I just need a good time on getting these 100 rings. That's all I need.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits.
You mean quits isn't tonight or quits isn't?
No, quits. This is it.
As
I
in
don't
for
wanna-
good?
Yeah, I don't think I can continue.
You're gonna come in here and just give up because you got yelled at a bunch of times?
Damn
I
it!
think
Ugh!
You're leaving us hard
It just
times, but you know
instantly
it.
loses rings. Gone. Seconds before, just seconds, and it's
I
gone.
like that. You stay. Mission number 1 has to be pulling together as a team. We have to support him and get through next dinner service. Let's go get him, baby. Come on. This hug is really making me uncomfortable now.
Cheers. Well done. Sadly, I was the only one who caught the fish. You're a team now. And the only way you're going to win is by that team performing. You're all capable of doing it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
We got Chef Ramsay to ourselves for a good couple of hours. That's priceless.
Cheers.
Thank you.
After a long day on the boat, the women slip into something a little more comfortable.
Ooh, I've never seen this.
What's up, booty shorts?
Out comes Little Miss Bonnie, wearing Little Miss Nothing. I'm like, what? Interesting.
Bonnie, you see potatoes anywhere?
She goes, oh yeah, you know, I saw them somewhere.
Did someone like put it under one of these guys?
What?
Here we go. Exactly 1 minute and 18 seconds. Not bad.
Do me a favor? Yeah. Can you reach those cookies on the top? Thank you.
Kind of intimidated by all the young guys, just that they know everything.
You know what, Aaron? I wouldn't think that because a lot of people just act
All
like
right.
they know everything.
They're smarter than me. They know all of French terminology, and I know how to cook, you know, Chinese food. So
Let's see if there's a playlist for all of these.
That's so intense.
It is.
All
I know
right,
Aaron
yes, there
wasn't
is.
feeling well, but there is no
Let's go to
time
Iron
feel
Gate.
Sorry for yourself in Hell's Kitchen.
And find the lost chow. I'm actually going to use a guide for this because, you know, I don't have the whole year to complete this game.
Head chef at the Green Valley Ranch Resort.
Blue team, please. Let's go. Ladies, let's go. Let's go. Okay.
All right.
We're going to do a special tonight. We're going to do the most amazing pan-fried Dover sole. Blue team.
I'll stop there
That's the
since I
second part of your
know
punishment.
how far I
Losing
should
the
go.
challenge, I need one of you to serve tableside those Dover soles. Aaron,
Yes, sir.
your tableside. Don't look so unhappy about it.
I'm not unhappy, sir.
Dizzy?
No, sir.
Would you like a tissue?
No, sir.
Right. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's go.
Go, boys.
Make sure they're really tight. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No matter who I work with, I'm always put out good quality. If Melissa wants to be in control, then that's fine. I'll let her do that. Chef Ramsay already told us, no more Hell's bitches. Teamwork, girls.
Rock, what you on next, buddy?
A lot. Josh is trying to be so much more than he really is. As opposed to leading by example, he leads by, you know, this.
Come on, guys. We gotta get this going.
All right, making
This
the
is
right
an easy
moves.
job for you tonight, okay? Want to get you out of the heat and raise your confidence.
Jumping off the platform
You'll be fine.
definitely helped as
Yeah?
well. All right, I now see. I see where the path deviates.
Let's go, big boy.
Good.
Hey.
He's next.
What's
All
the
right,
matter?
good.
What's the matter? Are you alright?
Yeah, I just passed out for a while. Sorry.
You're not play acting with me, are you?
No, chef.
No, because I see a man in there that's willing to do well.
Yes,
But
chef.
you're scared of showing it. So come out yourself.
I'm still kind of cloudy, and I don't want to let my team down. I'm extremely nervous tonight. Thank you, chef.
Good
Yes,
man.
chef.
Good man.
Thank you.
Good man. Jean-Philippe, open Hell's Kitchen.
All right, well, I'm gonna jump off. Again, all that matters is getting the right. All that matters is the time.
First dinner
That's
service
all that
victory.
matters.
Love you.
We are going to take the boys to school.
Right, line up. Concentrate. On order, 4 covers, table 11. 1 Caesar salad, 1 scallop, 2 spaghetti. Entree, 1 sole, 2 chicken, 1 Wellington.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. Now we're sounding like a brigade.
My name's Aaron, and I'm a chef. I'm one of your chefs tonight. And welcome to Hell's Kitchen.
Thank you.
What in the fuck is Aaron doing in the dining room?
My name's Aaron, and I'm a chef in Hell's Kitchen, and welcome to Hell's Kitchen.
He's talking to customers. He's talking to customers.
My name's Aaron. Oh, you already know my name because it's on my shirt.
Get that fucking donkey out of there.
While Aaron learns his place, Eddie tries to get the Blue Kitchen off to a good start.
I need 2 spaghetti. Okay?
Wait.
I had it, and I fucking fell off the platform. Because the GameCube version is too damn dark. I can barely see the platform.
Y'all back off, please.
What is going on with the spaghetti? What's all that ramping there? Pass me that over there. Pass it over there. Pass me over.
Yeah.
Pass it over. Hello. What is all this in here?
Just destroy the box.
What in the
Destroy the
fuck
box.
is going on here?
And look at this. Now
Sorry, Chef.
How much
I'm trying to
fucking
do.
spaghetti's in there?
Sorry, Chef.
What happened?
Too many people came around again, and there's more confusion, Chef.
You two behind. Can you leave him?
Yes, Chef.
He's getting confused. This guy can't.
I am going to have a lot of trouble with this
I'm
mission.
actually ashamed of myself.
Because I already
when I told
fucking
him to back
am.
off, but I didn't put no like oomph in my voice. I really need to step up my game.
You control your section.
Yes, Chef.
Is that clear?
Yes, Chef.
Good.
It's 45 minutes into dinner service, and Eddie's Spaghetti has brought the Blue Kitchen to a standstill.
Oh my
So
god,
Chef
Eddie
Ramsay
Spaghetti. That
turns to
sounds
the
like a
women
fucking
for a little
Eminem rap.
hope.
Spaghetti scallops, how long?
3 minutes, Chef.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm doing 3 scallops, Chef.
See? I've called 1 spaghetti, 1 scallops, and she's doing 3 scallops.
I thought I heard. I'm sorry. Okay, 1 scallop.
Are you a dumb blonde?
I feel like I'm the one that everyone sees as the idiot in the group, so I'm always trying to prove everybody wrong.
Fucking Barbie.
Never mind. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I am okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
While Bonnie convinces herself that she's okay, Vinny is attempting to prepare the Dover Sole Special.
Is that burnt, Vinny? I can see it from here. It looks fucking dark. Is that burnt, yes or no?
No, Chef. It's got a real good golden brown on it.
Get it on the hot plate.
Damn it. Get on there and stay on there. Stop fucking sliding off. Oh my god.
Vinny!
I jump and I just slip off the
I
platform.
thought by this stage you'd tell me the truth. I'm telling you.
Look at that, just like that. Like, how am I supposed to get an A rank on this mission
Yes, Chef.
if the controls consist of I have to stop moving to jump off platforms?
Ramsay wants to send me back to New Jersey.
Like, not only does the game require you to have a shit ton of momentum in order to get from one platform to the next, but you can't even get anywhere near the end of a platform because what ends up happening is you just end up falling off.
Jen.
Well, there we go.
Very nice, that spaghetti.
Thank you, Chef.
Here we go, let's go. I can't believe we're on our 3rd table appetizers. Let's go.
Yes, Chef.
7 minutes
Just
to win.
trying to fucking do it is just annoying.
Good job. Good job.
Wow. Welcome.
Despite Vinny's trouble on the fish station,
Man.
Dover Sole is finally leaving the Blue Kitchen, and it's up to Aaron to serve it tableside.
Good evening. How are you tonight? My name's Aaron. I have the honor of deboning your fish for you tonight.
Better you than me.
This is a bony
Look
fish.
how long it is taking him to cut this fish. Look how much he is sweating.
Cooked to perfection for you.
Damn. And even then,
Almost ready.
still some fucking fish in that fillet.
Aaron finally got the Dover filleted.
Your Dover sole now.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Unfortunately, it took 15 minutes, and the fish
Could be a little hotter.
Bread was good.
Be a lot hotter.
Eddie! Oh no. Oh no. Oh. All of you, taste it. It's way too peppery and you wouldn't even serve it to a fucking pig. Get off the section.
Yes, Chef.
Get off.
Yes, Chef. It's embarrassing. I'm actually ashamed of myself. I just had a shitty day. I can't believe it.
On there. 2 risotto. Back to your station.
Yes, Chef.
While Brad tries to take control of the appetizers in the Blue Kitchen, Joanna realizes she's forgotten to cook the lettuce for the next order.
He's gonna fucking kill me, dude. I forgot to put the fucking lettuce on.
Lettuce, please. Come on, guys. Oh no, look, she's not even talking to me now. You're not even.
Yes, Chef.
Hey, what are you doing with that?
See, it always takes me 3 or 4 tries just to get this right. I can never just have a clean run. I always have to fuck up. Some way, somehow.
Chef, I gotta get control of my shit, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Like,
I'm not
I
gonna walk
love this
away.
game, but for
I'm not
some
gonna go back
reason,
to the room,
I just have to
you know,
have the
even if I do
shittiest
break
luck
down
when trying to
anything,
stream
I'm
it.
still gonna keep going.
You okay?
Girl, I gotta get my shit together. I cannot be out here like this
You're
tomorrow.
okay. You're okay.
Despite Joanna's problems on the garnish station, the The Red Kitchen has managed to serve entrees to 23 of their 50 patrons,
It's really good.
while the Blue Team has only served 9 patrons.
We're just waiting for our Wellington.
Yeah. How long for the Wellington?
Look out! Look out!
Fucking assholes!
It's overcooked. Come here, you. Oh, no. Look, just touch it then. Oh, come on, Josh. Have you got another one there?
Yes, chef.
Waiting on you.
Waiting on me?
Give me a count.
No problem.
Give me a count.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Yes, chef.
And, yep.
Atomic
Reset.
bomb. And it was my fault because
Fucking lost the A rank.
Kinda hurts.
Lost the A rank because I kept missing the platforms.
Is it cooked?
Yes, chef.
Because I keep fucking hugging the walls. He just stops moving because the momentum in this game is like you run and then when you hit the wall you're completely stopped.
Sinking like a Titanic. Right now, nothing is happening.
While Josh tries again,
God, I
Wellington's
fucking
out
hate
to the
these
diners,
robot walking
Aaron has
controls.
left his customers with
Like
a
the
little
level
something
design
to remember him
could
by.
be worse, but at the same time, like it's the control. The control is what fucking ruins it.
This one's rather large.
Your fresh Dover sole.
Thank you.
Enjoy your dinner tonight, folks. They're all complaining about the bones and the soles.
They're complaining about the bones? Oh, come on. How many complaints have you had?
All the tables.
Get him over here.
Chef wants to see. Chef wants to see. Chef, you wanted to see me?
Yeah. Customers are complaining about bones in the sole. What's going on, Aaron?
It's dark
Wow,
out there.
just
I'm
like
trying to
that.
rush myself, I guess.
It's like the camera doesn't want to move when I need it to.
bone's intact.
The controls always fucking hug and
Separate the fillets and you
tug
pick
and
up the
do all
whole
this
bone.
bullshit that I don't want it to
Yes,
do.
Chef, I apologize. I think I made some
Like,
critical
why does
mistakes.
this game
Top
not love
class
me back?
place, and maybe I'm not
I love this
top
game,
class.
but this game does not love me the fuck back.
Hello? No fucking
And I feel like this is the reason why I'm not going to rank this
Blue
game
team
as
in
highly as
trouble.
I thought it was
Chef
going
Ramsay
to.
turns to the red
I
team.
really thought that this was going to be like an A rank title, but I actually don't feel like that anymore. Because I feel like the hassle of trying to get every emblem and trying to get all the A ranks really does overshadow the things I like about it. And the experience I'm having here is so frustrating, I really don't think I would ever want to do it
Will
again.
you let her do the garnish?
Yes, chef. Melissa was trying to show that she could do everything. I can make the garnishes, I
Right.
can make the fish, I'm this, I'm that. She tried to take it on by herself.
You've got 3 tables left. And the atmosphere
Come
in this
on,
kitchen
come
stinks.
on. I have to
Can we just
purposefully
stick together,
fuck
these
up
next 3 tables, get
just
these
so
fucking main courses
just
out?
so that I can get a chance at this.
We can do this. Beautiful.
Like, even Sonic Adventure DX had some camera control. This game limits the camera control so much that there's basically no camera control.
How's everybody feeling? Good? Feeling good.
Good. Now we're sounding like a team.
3 hours into dinner service, the women have rallied and served nearly all of their entrees. Meanwhile, the men
And just
are
like
still
that, just
struggling.
goes right through the gap.
It's overcooked and peppery, Brad. Fucking wake up, will you please, yes? That's the second one by 2 different cooks. One fucking risotto.
Here we go.
As quick
1
as
minute and
possible,
30
please.
seconds.
Chef,
It's gonna be a
Josh,
B
What are
rank.
you doing there? What are you doing there with that chicken there? Is that
Oh
dry?
wow, I actually got an A out of that.
It looks dry from
Finally.
here. Just touch that. That's the skin, my man. Yeah, look,
Yes, chef.
look, look.
Yes, chef.
Did that honestly just happen? What just happened?
That's it. Okay. That's dry.
Yes, chef.
You,
Oh,
you,
let's-
you, you.
let's
Hey,
see
you,
what I have
you,
to do
come
here.
You, come here. Hey,
Within
you
4 minutes.
fucking come
Reach
here,
the
you.
goal in
Where's that
4
fucking
minutes.
cowboy? Aaron!
Okay, this
Now
is
you
not
got
gonna be
dry
too
chicken.
bad.
You fucking donkey. You can't even do a fucking risotto. You know that. You can't even fillet a fucking fish. You. Fuck off out of here. Get out. Get out! The fucking girls will finish the meal service. Get out!
The girls took over dinner service. I mean, it's embarrassing. You know, how did they beat us? And it happened, and it sucks. You guys, you know what? We're all chefs. They're not even cooks.
That was your last main course. Right now, we're serving the blue. They've gone.
Yes, chef.
Wakey, wakey.
Oh, Lord Jesus. 3 brulee, 1 brownie. Okay, I'm gonna start doing the ice cream. Is that cool?
We had to pick up what the boys left off, and it got us back together as a team. We kicked ass.
1 scallop, 1 risotto.
Melissa,
Yes, chef.
that's beautifully cooked, that monkfish.
Thank you, chef.
Last order.
Yes, chef.
Well done for getting the guys' main courses out there.
It's been a good night. I didn't go in there with one doubt in my mind that we weren't gonna complete the dinner service.
I'm not gonna take the shortcut this time. Though I will do that.
Let's cut the bullshit, shall we? It's pretty obvious who was the worst team this evening. Gentlemen, Aaron, you're in the dining room like the President of the United States of America, shaking hands with people.
My name's Aaron. Oh, you already know my name because it's on my shirt.
What the fuck was all that about?
I apologize, Chef. Obviously, I didn't do that great of a job.
Vinny.
Yes, Chef.
From a chef's point of view, I feel unsafe with you behind me. Because when we are making mistakes, you cover it up. Eddie.
Yes, Chef.
You were terrible.
Chef, I got confused when my team came around. That's what hurt me.
2 spaghettis right here, that's 1 spaghetti to follow. It's 3 all day.
Y'all get out of my way.
Gentlemen, the least bad.
Oh my fucking god, move, dude.
Rock.
Yes, Chef.
Go back to the dorm and think of 2 of your team for elimination.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
And fuck off, will you?
Did a pretty decent job that time. Exactly 20,000 points. Exactly 20,000 points. What was the score? What's the minimum for this level?
All right, I want to say 2
Exactly 20,000. I like. All right, so that answers the question. Can you get the A rank if you get exactly the minimum?
I could get it done fast.
I feel you on.
And the answer to that is a resounding
I want
yes.
to fight tooth and nail because I want to be here.
I mean,
Aaron
my
should go,
God.
I think this is good for his health.
It's been a pleasure working with you, and you're a great guy. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
If I could stay here longer, I'd like to. But I understand, too.
That's how I feel right now.
Thank you, bro. I honestly think that it should be me.
Ugh.
And, probably
And now we have the
me.
last mission for Eggman.
I'm just talking to everybody.
Straight up.
Ugh. That's all I gotta say about that. Just
I know you don't want
I
ugh.
don't think I deserve to go home.
Clear
Yeah,
hard
like I said
mode.
before. I mean,
I assume hard mode's gonna be oh yeah, it's gonna be combo heavy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
After a very difficult evening, the women have secured their first dinner service
Oh my
victory.
god, dude.
For the men, it's time to deal with their defeat.
Gentlemen, every one of you deserve to be up here. You know that. Rock.
Yes, sir.
Have you made your decision?
Yes, sir, I have.
First nominee and why?
My first nominee is Eddie.
Why have you nominated Eddie?
I feel that Eddie is a small guy, and I'm not sure when he can come out of that shell and be an asset to our team.
Second nominee and why?
My second nominee.
Damn it! I just got completely stuck on the wall again.
Josh.
Josh.
To me, Josh is all over the place.
Eddie and Josh, step forward, please.
And look at that, I took one hit and I lost my combo.
Why should you stay?
Well, Chef, I learned a very important lesson today.
And what was that?
That I really need to speak up and stand up for myself. I have a lot of passion, I have a lot of creativity. I could go very far in this, and I hope I get the chance to show you.
Josh.
yes, chef.
I think you're one big fake, full of piss and wind.
No, chef, I'm not a fake at all.
Not one of your main courses went out. Why should you stay here?
Tonight was the most embarrassing moment in my professional life. I have never been thrown out of the kitchen before. Feel horrible and embarrassed, and I can't wait to come back and rally, and I hope I'm given the opportunity to come back.
This is not an easy decision.
Just touch that.
Yes, chef.
No.
Yes, chef.
Oh my god, just
Inedible! You wouldn't even serve it to a fucking pig! My decision is Josh?
No.
I'm giving you another chance. Eddie, take your jacket off and get out of Hell's Kitchen. Now fuck off.
Yes, sir. My biggest regret in Hell's Kitchen is just not being loud. I should have just went in full blast and just tore the place apart. Getting kicked off sucks, but you know, I did it to myself.
Get out of it.
I was incredibly surprised that I wasn't nominated. I was kind of in shock.
Good night.
Good night, Chef.
Night, Chef.
Good night, ladies.
I think we have the boys in a good position right now because they screwed up tonight. They looked like idiots.
Alright, looks like I'm not going for combos anymore because the game's just not wanting me to go through without taking a hit.
Constantly looking behind me and over my shoulder because obviously there's some people out to get me.
Eddie's got a big heart. Sadly, he couldn't even hold his own section. He made far too many simple mistakes and he didn't merit running his own restaurant.
Next time on Hell's Kitchen, the aspiring chefs aren't quite ready for reveille.
Get up, get up!
Reveille.
Get downstairs! Reveille! We are going to open for breakfast. Guys, America's finest.
I love mini uniform.
It's a military breakfast, Hell's Kitchen
And
style.
just like that.
About 1 minute on these That's the food
I just
that
need
cook.
3,000
You're about
points.
to sink the
Just
Navy, you
3,000
dickhead.
points.
And a reward takes the
And look at
winners
that.
out to sea.
I got that 3,000.
At dinner,
Get out! Get out!
one chef makes a disastrous mistake.
You'll kill someone!
All next time on Hell's Kitchen.
Look at that. Eggman's first stage, all A ranks. Finally got one. I may as well go get every A rank on this island.
It's a habit, sorry.
Or even more difficult, get this one out of the way.
Yes, chef. Right now we're not cooking waffles.
Oh god, Metal Harbor.
Amazing. Yes?
Yes, chef.
Fillet of venison Wellington.
This
Cooked
fucking
perfectly.
level.
Yes, chef.
Stop fucking whistling.
Yes, chef.
This level has such.
For those that have listened, I've got strong
This level has
For
such
those
a
that ignored the
fucking
advice, when
difficulty
you're not too
curve.
sure what is not on order,
Actually, no, it's not even a
what to do,
difficulty curve, it's a difficulty spike.
You come and check yourself, and you stand there like that. Yeah, I know you don't give a fuck, but I am up to my
Like,
bullshit
I've actually
right now.
tried to go for this A rank so many times. Only 3 times have I ever managed to get it.
Hey, what are you doing with that? Have you forgotten the lettuce? Joanna?
Yes, chef.
Why can't you tell me that rather than letting the girls down?
Alright,
by
so
asking
far
yourself
I'm having a
if you
pretty
haven't got
perfect
chicken?
run, so I can take some solace in
Tell me
that.
Chef. Because I thought we had more time on the chicken.
Are you witnessing, everybody? Are you witnessing what's going on? We're standing there, exposed. Chicken's there, monkfish is there, venison's there. No lettuce is there, yet not even a fucking answer. I cannot think of anything so fucking blatantly rude. Why are you telling me you made extra when you just completely forgot the fucking order? And so, chef, I forgot it. Spaghetti's here. Well, 1 minute. Get straight to the point. I can move on then.
Yes, chef.
But if I've got to keep on discovering
All
your
right.
mistakes all day long, we are not going to get along fine. You understand? Just stop. Stop! I mean, it's not even cooking now. All of you.
Yo! First try! Let's go. Oh my god. I've spent so long trying to get this. I thought I was going to, like, suffer like another 4 or 5 hours trying to get that first try, but just like that.
Previously on Hell's Kitchen.
Catch the fish.
So I don't care if I get all the rings anymore. Like, I hit every note perfectly.
Cheers.
Every note.
That's priceless.
At dinner
Oh
service,
man.
Hell's Kitchen.
First try.
got to Aaron again.
First try.
And when he filleted fish tableside, his customers were not impressed.
They're complaining about the bones. Get him over here.
In the red kitchen,
Come on, guys, come on.
Jen emerged as a leader,
Jen.
Yes, chef.
Very nice, that spaghetti.
while Bonnie couldn't follow instructions.
What are you
I'm
doing?
doing 3 scallops, chef.
I've called 1 spaghetti, 1 scallop. Are you a dumb blonde?
I feel like I'm the one that everyone sees as the idiot in the group.
With hardly any entrees leaving the blue kitchen,
It's inedible!
the men's kitchen totally collapsed, and Chef Ramsay was left without a choice.
Get out! The fucking girls will finish the meal service.
When it came time to send someone home, Rock did the nominating.
Eddie.
And then he surprised everyone with his second nomination.
Josh.
Obviously, there's some people out to get me.
My decision is, Eddie, get out of Hell's Kitchen.
And so it was Eddie's dream of running a restaurant in the Green Valley Ranch Resort and Spa that went up in flames. And now, the continuation of Hell's Kitchen. With Rock's strategic nomination of Josh, it's very clear that the game is on.
When Brock nominated me, man, I could not believe it. I mean, I felt safe going in there. Aaron, he hasn't been feeling well. He's tired. He keeps saying, send me home. Again, maybe my logic's different.
I should have said something to you a few days ago. I know you're trying to be a leader, but we're both cooks right now. We're not the leader of the team.
That's your opinion, and sometimes you see things one way and other people see it another, and that's fine.
It really pisses me off because he wants to be the leader, but don't do what you can't do because you make yourself look like an idiot.
Whatever. You know what? It's over. It's happened. It's done. Coming out fighting tomorrow. It's on.
Well, congratulations, ladies. We won. I just hope that the women continue to win because I'm not ready to go home.
I'm going to bed.
I'm going to study. I did come in as the underdog, you know, the little short order cook, but I do want to win. And I know I still have a lot to learn.
After an exhausting day, the aspiring chefs settle in for a little sleep. And a little sleep is all they get.
Reveille, all hands, heat up and try some. Get your uniforms on and get downstairs.
Get your uniforms on, get downstairs. Get up, get your uniforms on, get downstairs.
Uniforms on and get downstairs.
Get your uniforms on, get downstairs. Get up, get your uniforms on, get downstairs.
Get your uniforms on, get downstairs.
I'm in the shower with conditioner in my hair, so I run through the house half naked.
Get downstairs!
And I look like a drowned rat, and I'm not happy.
In band camp, they let me play the bugle.
Reveille! Wipe that smile off your face. Get your uniforms on and get downstairs.
You need help with something? No, it's okay. It's an essential part of being a team to never leave anyone behind. Put your feet straight out. Be careful, I'm Judd.
This is the first time I've ever been dressed by two guys. I'm ready.
Okay, let's walk and button up.
Good morning.
Morning, Chef.
I hope you're just as disappointed as I am on the back of last night's service. I was expecting so much more, you know that. Nothing was consistent. None of you were together. And that confirmed to me, you're clearly not ready for dinner service, you know that. And that's why for the first time ever in Hell's Kitchen, we are going to open for breakfast. This is the challenge. This morning, you're going to be cooking the most amazing, consistent breakfast from start to finish. Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Here are your customers. America's finest.
That's awesome.
just touched me so much. It like kind of made tears come down out of my eyes. I was really honored to be able to cook for the Army and the Navy. I have a lot of respect for them and for what they do.
I did everything right. I did every single thing right on that mission. How the fuck did I get a B for that? You know, I got every ring. I did every trick. I even landed on the grind rail right before you got to the bunch of enemies. You didn't have to do that, but I did that anyway for the points. I got that thing on the first try when it would take me hours just to get to that point and get it right. And then the game still gives me a fucking B. The game still gives me a B. Like, I don't even think I need to continue at this point. So, that's it. I'm not continuing this anymore. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show off a 100% save file. I'm going to do the final story on Friday. I'm done. I'm done with this game. I'm sorry, but after that, I am not playing anymore. Just no. No, the game has won. The game has won. That was so fucking bullshit. Look at this. I chucked my controller so hard it actually broke these. That's how mad I got. When I start breaking technology, that's when you know it's over. Alright. I'm not playing any more of this. I'm done. I'm fucking done. Just no more. Like, I really wanted to get all the emblems. I really wanted to. But if that's the kind of bullshit I'm going to have to deal with just to get it, I'm not dealing with it. I give up. I quit. I fucking quit. I still have to finish the last story, so that's exactly what I'll do. I will finish the last story, rank it, and move on, because I am not going to spend 3 months on one fucking Sonic game. Not when I have over 30 of them left to do. Because with this one game, I'm probably going to be on it for months just to get every emblem. And if I do choose to go for every emblem, I'm doing that shit offline. Because it's going to take me God knows how long to get it. I'm just not happy with this. Here we go. Alright. There's the Sonic, there's the ranking sheet. So far it's unchanged, but alright, here's the plan. I'm gonna beat the last story on Friday. That's gonna be my next day off. And after I beat the game, we're gonna move on to the next one. We're gonna move on to the next Sonic game. And I'll also show off what you get if you complete everything. So we are going to have a 180 emblem file. I'm just not going to put through the. I'm just not going to put in the effort this time. Like, I was already having to use guides and shit just to get A ranks, and it's like even then, just I really wanted to get that A rank in Metal Harbor. I did everything right, and the game still fucking said no. That alone is enough for me to almost rank it below Sonic Adventure DX. Because even Big the Cat, as shitty as he is, the game doesn't just deny you. It's like the game doesn't have a ranking system, so, you know, you don't have to catch a 2,000 gram fish and then catch a billion other 2,000 gram fish just to get a guaranteed A rank. No, you just have to catch one. Yeah, Big's missions are fucking bullshit, but here's the thing. At least when you get all the emblems in Sonic Adventure DX on the GameCube, you get a lot of extra shit. It may be pointless if you have an emulator, but here's the thing. It's still better than fucking nothing. Getting all the emblems in Sonic Adventure 2 gets you costumes for the multiplayer, I guess, but, you know, that's something you can look up online. It's nothing that you really need. Ugh. Yeah, I'm just really mad about that. I'm not playing any more Sonic Adventure 2. Not after that. And you know what? It's 1:19 a.m., so I'm actually going to cut off the stream. In a few minutes, I'm going to move on to the art. And I'm going to plan out how to do the final story and shit when we get to Friday. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all then.